A little cat fight here going on.
Yes, we do.
And Baker County traveling all the way down. They're dressed in white jerseys, black helmets, and black pants.
And they got a squad.
And the Dunn Tigers got their color rush uniforms on. All red, black, red helmets, and with white accents. 25 doing the kicking for Dunellen. Javon Lee, also their quarterback. Back deep is number 1, Lee Graham for Baker County. Back at the 10-yard line. And also number 5, their big weapon, Seth Page. Here we go with the opening kickoff. Run up kick. Low line drive to the near sideline. Bounces it. No, it left it out as number 1 thought about it.
Let it go out of bounds.
Let it go out of bounds for a penalty, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. They rotate the quarterback sometimes. John Green is their quarterback for Baker County.
Yeah,
I
was talking to their radio people, and their number 1 quarterback is done for the year.
Yeah.
Second game, he had a couple concussions, so I wish him a speedy recovery. But as you can see, as many players they got, they filled in pretty nicely at the quarterback slot.
It looks like they're going to go with the Wildcat. We'll see who that is. No, it's going to be John Green, number 2. He's in a pistol formation with Page to his right. Snap high, handoff, Page, right side. Gets rid of 1, gets spinned in and gain of about, call it 4 yards. Down to the 37-yard line, 36-yard line. He is very quick. He got outside. He was going to go to the tackle gap, but went outside for it. Second and call it. They only call it 2 yards, a yard and a half. So 2nd and 9. No huddle here as they get twin receivers to the near sideline. Ball's on the far side hash mark, going right to left on your radio. John Green.
And we got a penalty.
Got a penalty right off the bat.
2nd down and 8.
Offside. That's offsides on Dunellen.
Offside, Dunellen?
Yep. Lined up in the neutral zone for the snap.
It'll be 2nd and 3. Just inside the 40-yard line.
And as we've said all year, Mike, mistakes. Don't shoot yourself in the foot.
Little power formation. Page goes in motion. He throws a little bubble screen out the pace on the near side at the 40, 45, cuts back into 50, 40, 35, 30, 20. Kind of walked out of bounds there. Good saving, game saving, I should say, touchdown saving tackle by a Dunn player. Knocks him out all the way down inside the 10-yard line. Outside the 10-yard line, make it the 11-yard line. 1st and 10. Just 11 minutes left in this first quarter, and they're already down and scoring position in the red zone. Good run by Seth Page.
Boy, he's explosive, isn't he?
He is. No wonder they can. He's got 10 people looking at 10 schools looking at him.
Yeah.
Big number 71 to his left. That's a power formation to the left. Green in a shotgun pistol. Handoff. Page goes behind 71, but stacked up well by the Dunellen defense.
Probably stopped for no gain, maybe a yard at the most.
A.J. Hamilton was the player that tackled Page to save that touchdown. 10:49 and counting. 2nd and 10. No gain on the play. Again, no huddle for Baker County. Single receivers both sides. Got a tight end to the left side. Tight formation. Hodges to the right. Page to the left of Green, and we've got a official timeout. I think it's going to be an equipment timeout.
Equipment timeout on a helmet.
Play up, and then they restart the clock. Clock at 10:25. Again, pistol with Page to the left, Green. Snap, read, and it's going to be taken by Green himself off the left side. Quarterback keeper gets down to the 10-yard line. Gain of about 2. He's up 3rd and 8.
Brought down on the play by Patterson for Dunellen. Good tackle. He was following 71 for Baker County, the big boy there. That Cooper Hodges going to Appalachia State. He was leading the blocks, and they just got behind him and made the stop. So you're looking at about a 3rd and 6, 7.
And they're going to call it 7 there as they get 1 more yard. Pistol formation again. Green with Page to his right. Twin receivers at the far sideline. Motion. Page is going to go out to the sideline. Bubble screen again to Page. Got it blocked up, but he just squeezed through. He's close down to the 5-yard. He stopped, so it's going to be up 4th down. And they can still get a first down, but it's going to be, see what they're going to do here. They do have a kicker, so they're going to try
for Dunellen from his safety position and shut that down. That was a good play there by Dunellen and a good defensive stand by Dunellen. So we've got to see their defense rise to the occasion, Mike, on this series, and now we'll get to see Baker County. Apparently they're going to go maybe a field goal here, or are they going to go for it? It's 4th and 2.
Yeah, they bring in 14. They bring in Chase Reynolds, and we talked to the radio now. So this is their power formation. They're just going to pound it in and try to get that 4th and 2 here. Power formation left side. It's going to be handed off. And he's going to get it. He's also going to get a touchdown.
Yeah, he run right through the line.
Off tackle play.
Wasn't even touched.
That's number 4, Nick Lee.
Right away. Baker County was a team on this drive, Mike, that was just hitting.
It was. 8:56 left in the first quarter, and it's already 6 points down for Dunellen. Number 16 doing the kicking duties is Connor Butcher. Snap, put down, kick is up, and it is good. So right away, 8:56 left in the first quarter, down by 7 points. We're going to take a quick break as we get ready for the kickoff. We're right up. You listen to CBS Sports 104.3.
Our low prices, great selection, and repeat business keep customers coming back for more. Thank you, Tampa Bay. This month, we're offering deep discounts. Get 15% off select new Buick models. Get 15% and more off select new GMC models. When you want the best, shop the best. Buy local and save thousands from your hometown dealer. Visit EagleBuickGMC.com or stop by US 19 in Homosassa under the giant American flag.
All right, welcome back in Friday Night Football here on CBS Sports 104.3. 7-0 as Baker County Wildcats score on their first possession. It's a 4-yard run. They're getting ready to kick off. Back deep, actually short. They're actually standing at their 20-yard line. It's going to be Cameron Massey and Jace Williams, I believe. Deep kick. That is over their head. Bounces. It's going to roll in. It barely rolls into the end zone, and then they're going to be a touchback, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Dunellen.
Well, we're going to see now, Mike, what Coach Harris is coming up with here for Dunellen. I'm guessing this is the best team they faced all year from that opening drive. And Baker County, they've got a lot of big kids, good kids, skilled kids at the right position. And we'll see how Dunellen adapts to it. They're going to kind of go with maybe just a small huddle up here with 6-8 players and
back. Trying to figure out who the player is. He's going to throw a bubble screen out to the thing. And caught. Great play. He's going to go to that 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50 down the far sideline and knocked out of bounds there inside Wildcat territory. Good first play for the Tigers.
And here we go the other way.
And guess who that was? That was Cameron Massey.
Yeah.
Little slot bubble screen.
And you know, it's we could be looking at a very exciting football game. I mean, Baker County came out and did the same thing, and you know they came out, they threw the little wing pass there to Seth Page, and
there's Javon Lee handing off, and hands off to the tailback who gets 4 yards. At 4, 2nd and 6. That's number 7, Braylon Edwards comes to the right side.
Good tackle there by Brian West, life for Baker County.
So really no huddle here. They're calling all plays in the signals. Both teams are not really huddling up except on the first play. Lee going to be in the pistol again. Throw back to his left. Snap. Going to roll to his left. Looking. Throws a deep ball. Line up for grabs. Oh, and up to the top. It was intended for Goolsby, I believe. I'm not sure. I can't see the number there, but just went through his hands. No, it's not Goolsby. That's again number 1, Cameron Massey.
But it was a good call on 2nd down. So now they've got 3rd and what do you want to call it? 6.5, 7.
Yeah, a little big play here.
This is where Baker County's defense either has to step up or Dunellen's offense has to get this first down.
Number 7 is Braylon Edwards beside Lee to the left. Ball's on the left side hash mark going left to right on your radio. Stunt coming, Fritz coming in. Hand it off to Edwards. He's going to pound his way, keep his feet moving, gets inside just by the 40-yard line. It's going to be short of the first down. They're going to see if they're going to go for it. It's kind of no man's territory here.
Yeah, it's, it's one of those coin flips. It'll be fourth and about 3, maybe 2.5. And what's Bryce Harris going to do?
Yeah, they got big number 71 for Baker County coming in. He's going to be playing defensive tackle. They got 2 players on there, number 9, Caden Hill, number 11, Christian Hill. They're both brothers. They're the bookends for the defensive ends. We're going to have pistol formation again. Snap. Javen Lee's going to take 2 steps. Look at the slant pattern across the middle. Goolsby's got it at 30. First down and down inside the 25-yard line.
Yeah.
Great catch. 6'5", 190 pounds. He's a player.
He can do some amazing things.
Good call and good throw by the quarterback.
And a good offensive set there for Dunellen, which they very well needed just to keep the momentum going. I think a big key here for Dunellen is get that ball down, get it scored, take your touchdown, even a field goal. Just get some points on the board.
So first and 10 from the 24-yard line. Javon Lee with number 4 to his left now. It's Tyree Fraser. Motion across the middle. It's Callaway. He's going to take it. No, it's going to be Lee himself, and he's just wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe it gets back to it. We'll see where they mark it. It's going to be a loss of 1.
Well, he run right into Cooper Hodges, and that's not a good sign.
Well, you got to run into him. You're going to bounce off him.
Yeah. He just put him in a bear hug, and that was it. He wasn't going anywhere.
You know, Dunellen has a lot of athletes in the running game, but right now the passing game is what's been most effective.
Yes. The passing game's got them where they are, actually. Because look at that front line there for Baker County. I mean, them boys are big.
Well, you can see the bookends right there.
Yeah, they're just huge.
Power pistol formation, one to the right side. Hand up. No, it's going to be a broken play. Lee's got himself. He's got some wide room. He's going to the left side, cuts back inside, and he's wrapped up again for a loss. It's a broken play by the quarterback as they turn one way and running back with the other.
And as we said, mistakes, and that was that could be a cause of 1 because now you're going to be putting it in on a 3rd down and 13.
3rd down, 13. We'll take a quick timeout here. Friday Night Football, 5:49 left. Wildcats lead 7-0. We'll take a quick break. You listen to CBS Sports 104.3.
Looking for a real truck? Head over to Nick Nicholas Ford and test drive the best-selling pickup truck in America 40 straight years. The Ford F-150 and the Super Duty F-250s and F-350s are the best-selling trucks in the USA. Get over to Nick Nicholas Ford Lincoln if you're looking for a real truck. Nick Nicholas Ford Lincoln, Highway 19 North, Crystal River, home of the best-selling trucks in America.
And we are back. 5:49 left in the first. Dunellen down by 7. Big 3rd down here. 3rd and 13 as they go. Twin receivers at the far sideline. Big shotgun formation. Lee takes a 2-step drop to the deep ball. There's up for grabs, and it's 10 and 4. Cal, I believe. Now that's going to be Goolsby. Overthrown a little bit, so it's going to be 4th down.
And really, Mike, when you look at it, you could say they're on about the 27, 28. Give them 10 for a 38 and 7, 45-yard field goal. Now, in my world, they've got to go for it. 4th down here, 4th and 13.
Other scores: Tavares 21-0 over Lecanto, Trenton 14-8 over Hamilton County, and Seven Rivers ahead of St. John Lutheran 16-0.
Troop receivers to the near sideline. 2-step drop. Let's come into the middle, across the middle, almost picked off. And it was intended for Goolsby, but there's 3 defensive backs around
roughing the passer.
And he had James Morgan
roughing the passer.
Wide open. There we go. I tell you what.
Oh, a mistake.
That's a big mistake by the Wildcats, because that was 4th and get off the field.
Yes.
And now it's 1st and stay on the field.
That's a big one. And you got the ball. That's a turnover.
Yeah,
sure. Generally, it's a turnover.
Sure.
You get the ball. Now you give it back to him inside the 20.
Yeah, they're down on about the 14.
That was that weak side blitz coming off his backside, and he didn't see it, but the guy didn't slow down.
And you know, as big as Baker County is, they're still pretty quick.
Yeah.
And I think really in what we've broadcasted this year, Mike, they're the best team we've seen yet.
Right now it's 1st and 10. The 15-yard line, called the 14. Motion across Lee's face. Streak handoff. It's going to be given to Goolsby. He's going to cut it back inside. That's number 6, and then knocked back outside. Can't see those numbers to Corey and Patterson as he goes out of bounds And they'll say it right at the 5-yard line. Gain of about 4. 10. It was number 10. Oh, that's. Sorry. Can't see it yet. We're on the 10-yard line now.
But he gained 4. So
gained 4, and then we got 2 receivers to the near sideline. Motion across the face, handoff. That's Edwards. He's going to go right. He's off tackle down to the 5-yard line now. So he gets close to the first down.
Close to a first down. He just bowled his way through there. He was brought down by the big boy, that Cooper Hodges, and this guy's just all over the field.
That was Edwards, who wanted to be a first down. We're 3rd and short right now on the 5-yard line. 4:57 counting left in this first quarter. First possession, first drive for Dunellen. Power pistol, handoff. Edwards left side. He just dives over, tries to get it, but we'll see if they mark it. Where he marks it.
Yeah, I think they're going to give.
They're calling it.
Yeah, they're calling fourth now.
They're calling it fourth.
So they're going to do it one more time.
Well, now here again. Do you take points off the board?
I don't think you can trust your kicker. We've seen the Dunellen kicker. It's not that accurate.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're going to
go power test Baker County defense.
Power pistol to the right now. Ball's up. Snap. It's going to be cut. It is a first down, and we got a flag on the play though coming from the back judge. So it's going to look like it's going to be a hold. That might come back. That's going to be a tough penalty if it comes back. And we'll have a holding right there.
Holding Dunellen. Going to move him back 10. 3-play. 3rd down.
I looked for a jump ball here in the end zone to Goolsby if we can see it. First and
that's what gives
first and goal basically from the 15-yard line.
Yeah.
So we're going to have trip receivers to the far sideline. Ball's on the near side hash mark. Going left to right. Clock's just hitting 4 minutes. Single receiver to the near sideline. Set back to Lee's left. Snap. Looking. Take a 2 steps across the middle. And we should have interference.
You've got it.
And that was intended.
It was pretty well leveled.
Yeah, number 6, DeCorin Patterson, was just taken out of his route across the middle as he just got waylaid. And that'll be a first down.
I mean, it's just crazy how this penalty situation's working out, Mike. They get a hold penalty, then they get a pass interference. I mean, it's just back and forth. So, you know, once again, these penalties, they're going to hurt you. They're going to shoot you in the foot before it's over with. That's going to give them a first and goal on about the 7-yard line.
And they're going to have 4 plays from the 7. Trip receivers to the near far sideline, 1 to the near. Shotgun, single setback, snap, bubble green. That's going to be taken to the left side. He's got some room, and he's going to walk it in. I think that's number 6.
Yes.
Corian Patterson. Little slot receiver screen as they throw it out there with some blockers ahead of him, and they get 6 points on the board.
And once we've seen this year, Mike, Dunellen is pretty well a ground game team. And how did they score this time? And how did they move down the floor, down the field?
You're right. It was probably 60% passing at least.
Yeah. And, you know, yes, they had some penalties, but there was penalties on both sides. But I think that was a key series for Dunellen from the kickoff to the score. It just know that they can play with this team. If they can keep their intensity up for 4 quarters, we're going to have us a shootout.
Lee is going to be doing the extra point duties too. Snap, kick is up. And it is no good. Goes out to the left, so that could come back and haunt him a little bit. 3:47 left, 7-6 is your score.
Shanked
in the first quarter. It's not a true. Javon Lee is kicking it straight ahead, not a soccer-style kicker that you normally see. So
as you would prefer.
I would prefer that. And most 99% of the coaches in the world would prefer that.
Yeah.
But that's what you get when you have limited.
But I think Dempsey for the Saints was a straight-ahead kicker, wasn't he?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, well. He's also 90, isn't he?
But that was a good drive, though, for Dunellen. I mean, it should still build their confidence going forward from this point. Even though they missed the extra point, I still think Price Harris has to be happy with the kids and the way they responded to the Baker County coming out and just marching down the field.
Scores from Dennis helping us out tonight, as I said earlier, is Tavares 21-0 over Lecanto, Wildwood over Bell 7-zip, Chiefland and Williston tied at 7, Forest 7-0 over Bellevue, Trenton now 20-8 over Hamilton County.
Lee on the kick. It's a low line drive. It's going to go out of bounds again. And there's going to be a flag, and there's going to be good field position for the Wildcats to start their second possession of the first quarter.
Now we'll see if Price has made any adjustments during this long run that the offense had. Did he work with the defense, make some adjustments on his defensive side, maybe put a key on number 5?
Mm-hmm.
You know, look at when we did Citrus and Nature Coast, and Coach Varnador put Martone on their running back wherever he went. You know, Price will do something like that, but that number 5, that Seth Page, I tell you, this kid's an athlete.
But now they got another one in there, Josh Haygood, who actually ran for 120 yards last week.
Yeah.
So they just keep on loading them up. They just put more weapons in the, ammo in the weapon pistol.
And you can see by the players they got on the sidelines. They had to bring 3 buses to get all these kids on.
65 on the roster.
Yeah.
So we're going to go twin receivers to the far sideline. Ball's in the middle of the field, right at the Wildcat 34-yard line. Formation. Power to the right. Snap. He's two-step jock. Looking. Throws a deep ball across the middle. Picked off. It's going to be that 50, 40, coming back to the 35, and taken down right there at the 30-yard line. And who is that? That is number 10
for Dunellen. That would be
Jack Frazier's.
Yes.
I mean, he was just spying the quarterback, was right in the middle of the quarterback. Look, I didn't even see him.
Yeah.
And he just threw it right into his belly.
Now we got a little momentum shift going on, Mike. Dunellen's on top of the cloud. Here they go. They got the ball. Great field position on about the 29. Now we'll see what Baker County's made of.
Yeah,
and what their defense can do.
Quick turnover. See how they the bookends there.
Yeah.
Talked about Caden Hill and Christian Hill can get some pressure as we go with the power pistol formation. They're going to switch out. Edwards going to go to his left. Trip receivers to the far sideline. Good play here. Bubble screen showing and came off the block. That's number 4 for Baker County. Nick Lee just went around the block of Cameron Massey and made that play, destroyed it, and it's going to be a loss on the play.
Have a good 6 yards, probably 5, 6 yards.
Pick up 2nd and 15 from the 35.
But we saw there, Mike, where the defense just stepped up, did what they had to do, put them in a hole for 2nd and long.
Well, it's also Javon Lee just playing the ball. You can see the player already. He should have probably pulled that down and maybe thrown somewhere else. But again, a young quarterback. So we're going to go again with the power shotgun, or what they call pistol. Switch out now. Twin receivers to the near sideline. Single to the right. Two-step drop. Looking. Going to pass across. A ring route right to it. And right in the hands off the Cameron Massey. It's a nice little wheel route off the outside.
Right off the fingertips.
It was a good throw, just a little bit too far.
And that had touchdown written all over it.
It did. Boy, it's really surprising me how much the ball's in the air for Dunellen.
Yes. We didn't know much about Baker County coming in and what their forte was. I mean, yes, they got an All-American running back, and you probably figured they was going to use him and throw him some swing passes, let him do what he does best. But like we said, Dunellen, they're a ground game team, and here again, you're seeing the ball in the air a lot.
So we're going to take a quick break. 2:45 left in the first quarter. As it's 7-6, a tight ball game here. We're going to stay on. We're going to stay on. Wait for the end of the quarter as they get ready.
And you got Dunellen looking at about a 3rd and 15, let's say, coming in, and the ball is going to be placed on probably about the 34. So, if you're Price Harris, do you take 2 downs to get 15 yards, or
I think
do you punt and put them deep?
Price Harris is going to go for it, I think, every single time. Really, if you lose this game, you probably should have lost it or you could have lost it.
Yeah.
But if you play well and you just continue to be aggressive and you win, boy, that puts your.
And I think Brett said before the game started, if Dunellen can pull this off, isn't this a 50-point game for Dunellen?
For both teams.
For both teams.
I mean, for both teams, you feel like you win this, you're going to be number 1 seed in the region.
I don't know about you, but I like playing for points on every game. Every game counts for something. Number 1. And number 2 is it's Sunday. It's like Selection Sunday on the NCAA tournament.
It is.
They're all going to be sitting around in hotel rooms and watching the standings come out. And then we got the Baker County band who just came up here in the stands and started up. And here we go. Trip receivers, Javon Lee, 2-step shot looking. They got some practice. A whistle and a flag on the play. So we're going to bring that back and
Illegal procedure against Dunellen, just putting them further back. Mistakes. They're on the 40. And they've really got to get to about the 19. So
3rd and 20, basically.
You're going to call this a 3rd and 20 play.
Lee is in the shotgun formation. Basically has been in the shotgun formation every single play, but he's taking a 2-step drop.
But as a sophomore, though, Mike, he is a great kid, great quarterback.
So we got a power pistol formation again. They're going to switch out. They're going to be empty back there. Receivers to the near sideline, twins to the far. Snap, 2-step drop, rush coming. He's going to be pressured outside. Lee's got him running, going to come to the near sideline, looking. And there's a deep ball, is wide open. Caught, touchdown, Dunellen. Number 6. Wow. DeCorian Patterson on a break. It was a broken play, and Lee made that play, and DeCorian Patterson came back to the ball and got it, and then walked in to 6 points.
It was a great job by Lee to keep that play just even alive, because he was getting pressure from the backside, used his speed to get outside, and then, that's what they say, when you're a receiver and you see that quarterback scrambling, you got 2 things you can do. You need to take off down the field and try to get open that way or come back to the ball. Well, they had an underneath guy who came back, and he went deep, and this time it was in his hands, and he caught it.
Well, I'm very impressed with Lee keeping his eyes down the field the whole time.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't looking to tuck the ball and just run. He wasn't panicking. He looked.
And threw the perfect. It was a good pass for a better throw.
There's a direct snap. They're trying to get the 2 points, and they do.
And they do. They got him back.
The swinging gate goes the other way. Yeah. So they're tied up here. Well, they're not tied up, so they're leading by 7. 14-7 here as Dunellen comes back. 2 possessions, 2 scores. Wildcats look stunned.
That's a turnover, and that's how you make them pay with a turnover. I mean, you got to turn that into points. And we
were going to see, Brett, what if Baker County could come back and rise to the occasion of a turnover?
I don't think by any means that's the last point of the night. So I don't think either feels like they're in control of this one. I mean, this is going to come down to can you convert some big plays, and can you come up with some turnover? Because I think both offenses are going to score, but what you have now for Dunellen is an extra possession. That's going to be key, because I think both teams probably feel like they can score some points. I don't know, Coach, if you talked about it, but this Dunellen team, over the last 3 games, outscored their opponents 111-8.
Yeah.
It's going to be a different challenge. This is a Baker County team that's averaging 28 points a game.
Here comes a kick from Lee. He's going to kick it. Bouncer now in the middle of the field, taken by an up back, and dropped right there. He stops down 35-yard line, 1st and 10. For Baker County, it's number 15, Savoy Jefferson.
So and here again, Dunellen through the air is taking the lead in the first quarter, 14-7.
Unbelievable. 3rd possession here for the Wildcats. Still 2:24 left to go in the first quarter, and 21 points on the board.
You're down, and after that last pass was a pick, I think you go to the ground game here for Baker County for a few plays.
Well, you're going to see now Baker County and what they're made of. You're going to see Dunellen if the defense can still rise to the occasion.
That's going to be shotgun formation. That's going to be Hager trying to go outside, and Dunellen's got him bottled up pretty well as he puts his head down, tries to bull for some yards, maybe gain of about 1.
That's one thing about this Dunellen defense. I mean, if you try to run to the outside, they got the speed to contain you. Now, We've seen the swing pass. North Marion used it. We saw Baker County use it. They're susceptible to that, but I don't think a toss to the outside is going to get many yards against this Dunellen defense, no matter who is running the football. We've seen that all year long.
Hager gained 2, so it's on the 43-yard line. Now, Page comes in. It's going to be the pistol formation, and number 71 is on the power right side. Snap, handoff, Page. He comes inside, he bounces, trying back outside, but he was stopped right there.
Almost for no gain.
Almost looked like some people didn't know the snap count on that one. There were some people standing around on the Baker County line.
Going to be 3rd and 8 right here, Mike. So far, Dunellen has answered the call on defense.
It's a good play by A.J. Hamilton as he snuck in and took him down for a loss. So 3rd and 8. Going to go twin receivers to the near sideline. Ball's on the far side hash mark. Right to left on your radio. Big number 71's on the right side sideline. Motion, Page. Now it's going to be taken by the green, who's going to come up the middle. There's a 50, gets the 1st down inside Tiger territory. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. 1 minute left.
He just blew through that line. They had a hole for him to run through. You could have drove your truck through.
Fake toss sweep to Page, and then it was just Right up the middle, right through the B gap.
Seven Rivers is ahead of St. John, 22-0. Lake Weir, 14-0 over Citrus.
Ooh.
After one.
That's not good.
Big blow to the Hurricane playoff chances. Williston over Chiefland, 35-14 there in the second.
Pistol formation, Haygood in the backfield. Number 22 goes off right tackle. Hit once and spins out. Gain of about 4.5. They call it 2nd and 6. They're going to move 5 yards, so
30 seconds to go
5.
here in the first quarter.
Clock is winding down now. Just at 30 seconds. May get one more play here in the first quarter. Haygood still in as Page is on the sidelines. They rotate them out. Green is your quarterback. I love how they put. He's not even on the line. He's just about a yard back. And he's just looking to block somebody's head off. 13.6 second snap. Haygood off right side. Black breaks some 2 tackles, keeps his legs moving. Great flower play as Haygood busts his way for the first down.
He got the first down.
And that'll be the end of the first quarter. A great first quarter here from Richard Kennedy Stadium. You're listening to Friday Night Football as we have a Denell Tiger at 14 and the Wildcats 7 leading at CBS Sports 104.3 Friday Night Football.
Our model year-end sale is finally here. Chevrolet. Hurry in for our biggest savings on our best selection.
Save thousands on every new Chevrolet in stock. Now's the time to buy. Hurry in or go to lovechevysales.com and choose from our best selection of new Chevy cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Not only will you get top dollar for your trade, buy any new Chevy at Love Chevrolet with 0 down or get 0% financing for 72 months on our most popular models. Drive a new 2017 Chevy Cruze, just $179 a month. A 2017 Chevy Malibu for just $199 a month. Looking for a new truck? Save up to $10,000 on a new Chevy Silverado Double Cab today. Get model year end pricing on our best selection at Love Chevrolet or lovechevysales.com.
Go anywhere in the world first, but check with Chad last. And you'll save like nowhere in the world at Love Chevrolet. On Highway 44 in Inverness, come and see what Love can do for you.
24 months, 10,000 miles per year. Offers on approved credit. 500 do it signing plus tax title license and fees.
We're back. Start of the second quarter here. 14-7. Denell leads. Snap. And it's going to be handed out. That's Green's going to take it himself off the right side of 30. 25-20. He's going. Down the sideline. Near sideline. Score. Touchdown.
Baker County.
Wildcats.
And that was a great fake he did there, Mike. Everybody thought that the Seth Page was going to get the handoff. They keyed on him. The quarterback kept it and just went around right in. Untouched. And once again, we got a ball game.
I'll tell you what, if you're one of the teams in 5A Region 2, like Fernando, Baker Coast, River Ridge, any of these other teams,
you don't want to see
be careful what you wish for with this bunch.
Going after is good.
14
That was a run and a half right there.
It was.
I mean, he just blew through that B gap off tackle and then just blew through.
And with the fake. Yeah, with the fake that Green put on over there to Page, and you could see the whole Dunellen defense, Mike, shift to the right to shut Page down, and he just kept the ball, pulled it back out, kept it, and he just went around right in and was untouched for 25 yards.
John Green, junior, 5'8", 160 pounds.
Yeah.
And a speedster.
And he can fly for a junior, and that's the thing. Baker County's just got juniors, sophomores. They'll sprinkle in a senior now and then. And
they've got some talent back there in the skill positions. Get ready for the kickoff, and then we do have a soccer-style kicker.
Now that makes you happy.
Yeah.
See? You need to go down and coach him up because you can probably get another 10 yards out of him. Well, I don't know.
He's all the way down.
Pretty well.
It bounces into the red zone. That'll be a touchback. There we go.
Maybe you can't add 10 yards down. I don't think so.
He's fine. He's fine.
So he did that before.
Third possession of Dunellen is 3 possessions and 2 touchdowns for Wildcats. And we're starting the third possession.
I think Dunellen scored on every possession they had. So they had 2 possessions in the first quarter and scored on both.
This will be the start of their third.
Canto's gotten on the board. They trail now 21-6. 7 Rivers 30-6 over St. John Lutheran. Lake Weir still 14-0 over Citrus.
Lee, low snap, two-step drop. There's another deep ball, wide open, overthrows him. Good ball as there's a streak route on the far sideline.
He needs to let that in just take 2 more steps before he throws it. But here again, though, Mike, as we said, Danone's coming out and putting the ball in the air.
They are. That was the tight end on the, he was parked outside, number 18, Linwood Daniels. Actually, the wide receiver, I'm sorry. Here we go again, triple receivers to the near sideline. Shotgun with a single setback. Reed, hand off to Blair Edwards, and he's going to go nowhere.
So that went nowhere.
And we got 3rd and 10.
He went into one of those bookends, and that's not a good thing.
Bookend number on the left side is Caden Hill, and that's who.
And he said hello.
That Lake Weir Citrus game is now at the Hurricanes with their work cut out in the second half, down 14-0 to the Hurricanes.
Single setback shotgun formation for Lee. Triple receiver on the sideline. He's going to roll to the near side, looking, squares up. There's a deep ball again. Headed for number 1 and overthrows him again. That was Cameron Massey, the intended receiver. So incomplete. Stop the clock at 11 minutes left in the second quarter. And brings out the punting team for the first time.
It's the first punt of the night, right?
Yep. First punt of the night. For either team. Actually, first defensive stand for any team either. Yeah.
Well, Dunellen had the pass interception.
Well, that's not
as far as 3 and out goes, this is the first defensive stand.
Dewsby's going to be doing the kicking. He's got 2 players back for the Wildcats. Kick, high kick. Short, that's going to drop at the 50 and bounce it. Dunellen Tiger bounce into the 40 and just at the 37-yard line. The 1st and 10 for Baker County as they go left to right on your radio. 10:51 left here. Tie ball game here at Richard Kennedy Stadium.
Well, once again, you saw Baker County's defense rise to the occasion on that series of downs, and Dunellen's offense was 2 deep passes and a run up the middle. Yeah. So maybe the Tide here again is going the other way.
I'll tell you what, Baker County doesn't look like they have bus lag because
no, they
tell you what.
No.
Here we go now. Tight end formation.
As Brett said, I wouldn't be licking my chops in 5A7 to play Baker County.
Snap, Reed, hand off the page, and he gets tackled in the backfield, but he pounds his way past the 40-yard line. Wow. Gain of about 4. 2nd and 6. Ball's at the 42-yard line.
See what Dunellen's defense is made of. See if they can get a stop and have Baker County punt.
Page in the backfield with Green. Single wide receivers both sides. We've got another power formation on the left side now. Looking for the snap. And a reset. Green snaps his leg. Back, snap. Hand off the Page, goes off to the left side, and good tackle. Ball's out. The ball went down. They're saying he's down.
They might have been down. But got a trip, looked like it popped out. We got a Dunellen player down on the ground.
We got an injured Dunellen player, so we got 9:56 left. As we got, can't see the number right now, but since they're down, we're going to take a quick break here. Listening to Friday Night Football on CBS Sports 104.3.
Our low prices, great selection, and repeat business keep customers coming back for more. Thank you, Tampa Bay. This month, we're offering deep discounts. Get 15% off select new Buick models. Get 15% and more off select new GMC models. When you want the best, shop the best. Buy local and save thousands from your hometown dealer. Visit EagleBuickGMC.com or stop by US 19 in Homosassa under the giant American flag.
For the best in sports coverage in West Central Florida, we are WYKE FM, English Yankee Town, CBS Sports Radio, 104.3.
We got a good one, everybody. 14-14 here at Richard Kennedy Stadium. Wildcats and Tigers. It is a cat fight.
Oh, it is. Now it's going to be about 3rd and 4.
First time that Green has gone under center as a power right formation I, and he's going to be hand off to Haygood. Power is way. He just moved and stopped
2 yards in the backfield.
And he gets the first down.
Yes.
Yeah. Those legs were just pumping. So you got the speedy Page who comes in, and you got the pounder for Haygood.
Yeah. He was stopped for no gain and wound up with a first down.
Unbalanced line now to the left. Green's going to go under center. I to Haygood off the left side. Makes one miss, 2 miss, but then he's caught up and
maybe got a
half a yard or 1 yard. They're going to call it 2nd and 9.5. Ball's right at the 50-yard line right now, middle of the field, going left to right.
Thanks again for Dennis updating us on the scores. It's Forest right now, 10-0 over Bellevue. Wildwood 28-0 over Bell. Wildwood with the win pretty much sews up a playoff spot.
How's that Tigers doing?
You know how they're doing.
Yeah.
They always win.
We could have them here next week.
Green
could happen.
Green under center. Now he goes back to the shotgun. Reed at 2. Seth pays a fake. He goes straight in the middle. The 40, 30. Caught and then from behind and pulled down. Now he's not still fighting all the way inside the 15-yard line. Spins out of a couple of tackles. Wow, great run.
No flags.
By Seth Green.
And that was a second play he scored on, Mike, to end. To start the second quarter when he faked it.
Just a Reed handoff play. Yes. He just pulled it out of Page
out and went right back into it.
8:31 down here, and the Wildcats are threatening again.
And he can fly.
Ball's at the 10-yard line. Pistol formation, power to the right. Page is going to bounce it outside, trying to cut back inside, back outside, and he's got the speed to hit the corner. Nobody touches nobody. 2 plants on his foot, and he went around the corner. And he just slipped on the track. Hopefully he didn't hurt himself.
So he was following.
Big number 71.
Big 71.
I think we need to have an abacus here when we start getting it. Right. Calculate these scores up.
I'll tell you, it's just back and forth, back and forth. Now here again, Baker County's got the wind back in their sails. Can Dunellen come out and match just what Baker County did and try to get the momentum back on their side?
Kick is up and no good.
No good on that kick.
Wow. So we've had 2 missed on both
teams and missed an extra point. Now, if you was Coach Harris, would you come back out, keep your passing game going, but shorten it up? Maybe throw the 5 to 10 yard.
Yeah, they're trying
to swing pass instead of this 30-yard stuff.
Well, they're trying for the big, home run on that one, and I think that's what he's probably telling them is that, look, take what you can get. If you can't get it, run.
Yeah.
Don't force the throws.
Because I think that's what got them in trouble on their last possession when they had them 2 deep balls that didn't get caught, and then they tried to run it up the middle, and you know what that was like.
If you remember when they scored, was a couple of slants, a couple of seam routes up across the middle, and a couple of bubble screens.
Yeah.
So I think in reality, if you're a good thrower, that's like handing the ball off if you're a bubble screen.
Yeah.
So
and get it out to your quick guys there. Get it out to the tailback that's real quick, and let him do what he can do.
Got to put the ball in the hands of the playmakers. Yeah. So 8:10 left here. Wildcats lead 20-14.
This is senior night now, too, for Dunellen.
It is. 2 receivers back. A good deep kick. It's going to be taken at the 5-yard line from Dunellen. At the 10. Right straight up the middle. 15. Comes back outside. He's hit right at the 20-yard line. Good special teams coverage. Wow, it's going to be 22. Haygood.
They were so quick, Mike, on that kickoff that I think he was waiting on his return team to set up a wall for him so he could go to the right side. And the guy just blew through on the right side or on the left side and just took it away from him and stopped him on the 20.
So 1st and 10 for Dunellen from the 20-yard line.
And if you're watching this on live stream, this is better than an NFL game.
I'll tell you right now, it's been the end. By the way, it is live streaming on our YouTube channel, CBS Sports 104.3 at YouTube. CBS Sports 104.3 radio on the YouTube channel. Trip receivers near sideline. Motion across the face was an empty backfield. Handoff to number 1. It's a fumble. Callaway was looking at a jet sweep coming across, but he just kind of slowed down, and then it was a mishap on the funnel, so they lose about 4 yards. So again, want to thank Bowler Ice Roofing for sponsoring our live streaming on YouTube. Watch this game now.
Then we need to thank the sports director, Brett Newton, for live streaming it with the camera.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, working hard.
He's multitasking.
That's his forte.
No, it's not. That's the problem.
Snap. Lee. Fake handoff. Looking. Throws across the middle. Great crossing route. And that's been caught. Number 25. Down to 30. 35. Good play. It's number 18 for Dunellen. Linwood Daniels, junior, 5'9", 157, as he crossed over across the linebackers, right behind the linebackers in the.
There you go, that little 10-yard pass, and he turned it into a 20-yard game.
I mean, that's it. I mean, you've thrown everything deep. Those underneath routes are going to be open at some point. If they're going to try and stop the run into the deep ball, something's got to be there.
And we need to thank Dennis, too, Mike, back in the studio, keeping us abreast of the scores around the area.
Read option, and it's going to be Bray Rose who's going to hand off, and then he's got caught in the backfield. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, looks like. It'll be second.
You just can't run on this Baker County team, it appears. They are everywhere.
The only thing I can think of is that a lot of teams aren't running a lot of misdirection, what they think is a mistake. You need to be running somebody off across the face of it, on the old crossbuck, something on that, because everything in the flow is coming to left or right.
Well, we saw Baker County run the 2 counter plays, and what they do, they scored both times.
There you go. Pistol formation, strong pistol formation. Rotates out. Lee looks, throws a deep ball down the middle. He's guarded by 2 players and then overthrown, but it was thrown into double coverage, and Lee shouldn't have thrown that.
They have that injured Dunellen player. I can't see his number. Taking him off on the golf cart down to the football field house to probably see what the extent of the damage is. Hope he's okay.
Tavares ahead of Lecanto at half, 28-6. Seven Rivers has a 36-6 lead in their game over St. John Lutheran.
6:26 left here in the first half at Richard Kennedy Stadium in Dunellen, Florida, as the Tigers taking on the visiting Wildcats. Down by 6. Trip receivers to the near sideline, balls in the middle of the field. Single setback, Lee, 2-step drop. Inside wide receiver, that may be a live ball, but they're saying it's an incomplete pass. It's knocked down by guess who? Number 71, Cooper Hodges.
This player's unreal.
He's 6'4", 290. He's everywhere.
Yeah.
Got his hands up as he came in on the blitz, and he saw there was going to be a little wide receiver inside screen, and just knocked it down. So
Appalachia State will be smiling when he reports to campus.
Number 3 back deep for the Wildcats, Wesley Belford and Goolsby doing the punting duties as we got a late comer in for Dunellen. It is Braylon Edwards. Belford back on his 35. High, short kick. And it hits, and it bounces a donut down. It bounces all the way into the 25-yard line, down right there. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. 6:09 left in this first half. And we got a water break, and we're going to take a quick break. Again, 20-14, Wildcats lead. You're listening to Friday Night Football right here on CBS Sports 104.3.
All October, Nick Nicholas Ford Inverness celebrates 36 years serving our community with huge savings all month long on all new and pre-owned cars and trucks. Nick Nicholas Ford Inverness has a special thank you to all first responders for their hard work with special savings just for you. The Nick Nicholas Ford family thanks Citrus County for making this Ford country. Nick Nicholas Ford Inverness, Highway 44 just west of Inverness. Always 24/7 at nicknicholasford.com.
We're back. Great night here in Dunellen, Florida, as the climate is cool, but the game is hot.
Yeah, every bit of that. This is a ball game now. This is high school football in 4 and 5A at its finest.
It is.
Now we got 71 back in on the offense. This guy just plays everywhere.
Pistol formation, handoff, and that's going to be Page. That's going to be Haygood. He's going to go offside, cut, jumps over a player. It's out to the 30-yard line, just before the 30. They're going to call it down at the 29-yard line, second, and they'll call it for about 6.
Big test right here for Dunellen. They've got to hold them. They got to give them a 3 and out and get the ball back. Because the way this Baker County offense is, it just seems like they grind and grind and grind, run the clock, And then before you know it, they just punch one in from 20 yards out. So I think it's a big stop for Dillon right here defensively.
Twin receivers, side balls on the near side hash mark. Hodges come to the right side. Reed handoff and a get off the hand good, and Dillon has it wrapped up pretty well. Looks like no gain on that play.
No gain, maybe a half a yard, if that.
5:22 left in the first half. 3rd down and 5. So we're going to go twin receivers again. To the far side, that ball's on the near side hash mark. Hodges goes to the left side now. Tied in to the right. Haygood to the right. They're going to be rolling, looking to pass. He gets a block on the backside. He's going to take it himself. He's going to cut it out to the 35, 40. And it's all the way down. Gets the first down. Past the 40-yard line at the 42-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats.
And he just run right behind Big Hodges there, 71 on the left side. And he got him what he needed.
Well, they're looking to pass.
Yeah.
Then they had to do it because there was nothing open. So 4:40 and counting here in the first half. Haygood to Green's left. Hodges, big blocking back to the right. Twin receivers to the near sideline to the right. Ball's on the far side hash mark. Haygood switches to the left. Now we got a timeout. Didn't like the play call.
Baker County.
And Jamie Rogers, head coach, doesn't want to waste this one.
No, he's sitting in a pretty good field position, really, Mike. He's up, I guess, 42, 41 and a half, 42-yard line. He's only, say, 55 yards away from another score. So even though it's first down, I think he wants to get his ducks in a row, get things going the way they should. You could see the confusion. Tailback didn't know which side the quarterback to get on. So I think it was a smart call.
There's some big boys on, as I look at the bench here across the Wildcats. I mean, they're talking some major.
You're talking bigger kids on the bench than what Dunel's got on the field.
Yeah, there's some 270s, 280s,
just yes,
all the way across. So 4:23 here left in the first half. 1st and 10.
Baker County's leading 20-14. The good thing for Dunellen, though, is on that last series, though, Mike, when they scored, they did miss the extra point. Dunellen can create a turnover here, an interception, a fumble recovery, go down and score. You could have a tie ball game. Dunellen could be up 1 by half.
Shotgun with single setback. Reed, now it's going to be Green. He's trying to keep it himself. Cuts the middle. 30, 45, 50. Cuts outside. There's a block, but flag on the play. Fumble. Ball's out. And it's recovered by Dunellen. There's your turnover.
We were just talking about that.
Stripped by Dunellen player. I didn't see who that was, but it was stripped before he even fell down. I think it was number 21.
And that was the 3rd play. He had run to the right side, and he'd scored on the previous 2. So with the fumble, Dunellen's going to keep it. They're going to decline and be Dunellen 1st and 10 on the 26-yard line. 4:11 to go. Plenty of time.
20-14 is your score here. Baker County fans are getting a little rowdy now, getting ready to try to pump their team up.
Well, they got the band here, they got the fans here. There's not an open seat over here on the visitor side for Baker County.
Pistol formation, motion across the face. It's going to be Lee. He's going to look straight in the middle. It goes way over the top, but it's a bad pass.
Either somebody didn't know the route or he just threw it away.
Yeah, I think number 3 for Dunellen. I don't have that person, I'm sorry, on our roster, but post route, and it should have been a seam route.
And he was wide open.
He was.
Once again, as we'd said too earlier, referring back to it, but keep the passes short, keep them in the 10, 15-yard line.
Clock stops at 4:06 with the incompletion. Von Lee, via power pistol formation with the single setback to his left. Snap, handoff, off the right side, powering, getting about 6 yards.
And that's the best run they've had all night, Mike, off tackle.
It's number 4 for that on that Tyree Frazier.
Big stop here for Baker County, and a big 3rd down play for Dunellen.
So 3rd and 4, 4.5, 3:44 and counting left in the first half. Frazier's going to be to Lee's right. twin receivers to the far sideline, single receiver to the near sideline. Snap, 2 steps out, Lee's looking for the deep ball, nobody there, and intercepted by number 4, 45 to the 50, returning it to the 45, more 40 coming to the near sideline, and then back to the bounce. No, he steps back in. The flag though, the 20 cuts back inside, and he's going to score. Under the 10-5 touchdown, but a flag is down on the field. We'll see what happens here.
I think you're going to have a holding on Dunellen.
I think it's coming back.
It's coming back because Jamie Rogers is upset. It was just a throw by Lee. It was to nobody really, just open air. And number 4 for Baker County, that's Lee. Picks it off and takes it to the house, but it's come back.
Because the original flag, it looks like it's way over there by, what, the 40-yard line of Baker County?
Yeah.
So it's going to be from that spot back.
Well, there was a flag right here.
Well, that was a second penalty on Baker County as well. That was the first one that's sitting back there at the 40, it looks like.
We'll see where they start to mark it off.
Is it Baker County ball or Dunellen ball?
No, it'll be Baker County ball. The penalty happened against Baker County after the interception for a block in the back or a hold. So it'll go back 10 yards from the 40. So Baker County's going to get it about their own 30-yard line.
We've pretty well seen it all tonight. Would you like to replay that on live stream there, Brett, too?
Well, there's an interception. I like return for a touchdown. That was called back on a penalty for a hold, so it's back at the 30-yard line.
Thank you, Dean Blandino.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Pretty simple. A second foul for holding on the return, too, for Baker County, but Dunellen accepts the penalty that happened first, so
we're going to call it
30.
We'll just call him our referee,
our referee in charge of the move.
If I'm in charge, we're in trouble.
3:10 left in the first half, and Wildcats get it back here on the 30-yard line. Snap, it's a broken play, but look, takes it and spins out, comes all the way down past the 35. We're going to stay right at the 35, so it'll be 2nd and 5 as a busted play, and he made something happen.
And there's still plenty of time, 2:55 to go in the second quarter.
So we're just going to try to run the clock out, put some points on the board, and don't give Dunellen the ball back. Still 20-14 here if you're just joining us, just getting close to the halftime here. Shotgun, 2-step drop, looking to the deep part of the far sideline. He's wide open, perfect throw, and he just steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. I'm sorry, that's right at the 10-yard line. They're saying, no, they're going to come banging all the way back to the 20 now. So at the 20-yard line, he went further than I thought on that, so big throw.
And the exciting part, Mike, about this game is you don't even know what's coming next.
I know. It's fantastic. So Jones with a big completion down the far sideline. Maybe that was to Chase Reynolds, I believe. Now we got Page in the backfield to the right. Reed is going to be Page is going to hand off. He slips through 2 tacklers, gets all the way down to 10-yard. There's nothing open there but a sliver of a gap, and he slipped right through it. Clock is still running here.
Plenty of time, 2:10.
Big Hodges is going to go to the right side. Tight end to the right. Page to the right. Pistol. Snap. Page is going to take it. Cuts back inside. One player gets him. That's going to be taken down. I'm not going to say it's going to be a horse, but that was a late flag coming in, I believe.
Yeah, it looked like a horse collar from up here, but you had your line judge looking right at it and didn't throw a flag, so.
Dean?
No horse collar. There's just a timeout.
There you go.
Timeout.
1:51 left here in this first half. A good one here from Richard Kennedy Stadium as we're
it's been exciting. It's been a lot of fun. It's been exciting. And as we said earlier, you don't know what you're going to see next. And here again, they've got first and goal from the 5 or so, and it's Dunellen's got to step it up right here.
Well, Dunellen's got to figure out what they're doing on offense. And then what I mean by that is you can't be just chucking the ball 30 yards down the field every
to
play.
nobody.
I mean, they've got to establish some sort of run or some short passing attack because they got away with a couple of those early, but I mean now that's all they're doing on offense.
They were successful though when they went to the 15-yarder.
You can't just drop 5 steps back and chuck it. And we've seen the last 2 possessions. They've got 2 defenders on Goolsby or the guy going deep because that's what they're doing. So they got to get that figured out. They got to run the football. At least give Baker County some threat of it, even if you're not running for a lot of yards. But this isn't going to work if they keep throwing it 2 out of 3 plays down the field.
Here's your power formation. Chase Reynolds comes in with Haygood and Page in the backfield. Going to go power left. Ball's fumbled, hand off to Page, and Down has him, but now he's going to escape, gets out of the bounds, then gets out, knocked out of bounds for a loss there by number 1 from Down. That's Cameron Massey.
But he almost broke that on a busted play.
Yeah. Quarterback snap was not good, and he dropped the ball, but he still got the handoff as they go back to the power
get out of
formation.
bounds to stop the clock.
1:43 left in the first half. 20-14 is your score, and the Wildcats are threatening. We'll go again. I formation, Page to the tailback position. Walking back to the left, Haygood in the fullback. No, ball's out again. And Green.
Wow.
2 fumbles on 2 plays.
You're going to see a different quarterback for the next play.
You're going to see number 2 come back in. John Green is going to say, yep, you're out.
And the clock's running with 1:29 to go.
So Chase Reynolds had 2 fumbles on 2 snaps. Page comes out, Haygood's in. And we got a flag.
Flag down, delay a game probably.
Yep.
That just blew everything up. And
moves them back another 5.
Coach Jamie Rogers,
the only players are looking at it like it's on them.
I don't see what they're calling there. Dean?
I didn't see a signal. Was that unsportsmanlike conduct for some reason?
I don't know. This could be a Brett Knutson penalty.
That's unsportsmanlike. Yeah, unsportsmanlike conduct. I don't know what he did to the official. I mean, you've got whole team standing around, and you've got your safety standing there next to the umpire.
Got to be yakking.
Yep, got to be yakking. And why he'd be complaining about a play where they just had a 5-yard loss, I do not know.
So pistol formation with Haygood behind him. Now we got another timeout. We got Price Harris who's going to take a timeout.
He's probably trying to figure out what my kid do and how quickly do I need to get him off the field.
Yeah. So they're going to talk about it a little bit. 1 minute and 2 seconds left in this first half, and this first half is the last 2 minutes is taking longer than the whole first half of the beginning.
And we've seen the Dunellen come out and be high-spirited and high-strung and go down and score. We saw Baker County come out and do the same thing. Now, in these last 2 or 3 possessions, it seems like they've hit a plateau.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're getting tired, what they're doing, or if one coach is trying to figure out the other coach. It just seems like both teams have hit a brick wall, and we're up here waiting for that explosive play, and we just saw 2 fumbles on the snap.
Yeah. Coach Jamie Rogers
is not happy of Baker County.
Yeah, you can see him stalking the sidelines.
Yeah, he is not a happy camper.
So we go back to the pistol formation with Haygood behind Green.
3rd and goal from the 5.
Hodges will be to the right side again. Ball's on the near side. Hodges is going to go loose, move to the left. Snap, low snap. Haygood given to the ball. Left side, and he's taken down.
No gain.
No gain for Wildcats. It's going to be 4th down. They're going to kick some field goals, and Coach Rogers is beside himself. And he's a big man beside himself.
Yeah.
47 seconds here and counting as the clock winds down.
And they really had 1st and goal from the 5.
They did.
Yeah, I mean, 2.
And they couldn't punch it in. 2 fumbles, no run play for no gain, so there they are.
There's your kicker getting ready. Number 3 is your holder.
Could this be a fake?
Snap. Kick is up, and it is good. So Wildcats tack on 3 more, make it 23-14 with 18.2 seconds left in the first half.
Good stand by Dunellen defense, though. So Coach Harris has got to be happy with stand on defense. He can't be happy with the personal foul.
Yeah. I tell you what, Coach Rogers just jumping all over his center for that, so he must be hearing something else from the quarterback.
Well, he could be, yes. You know, but when you have a quarterback and they make that change, sometimes there's that little bit of synchronization or whatever you want to call it that the center, the quarterback had played with, and now you put in a new quarterback. So, you know, it's probably not all the center's fault, but I'm sure the two need to get together.
Well, plus, you know, you're going out of the shotgun 90% of the time, and you try to go in the center. It's a little bit difficult on the center because you're not used to that.
Yeah.
That's some cold hands coming up there. 18.2 seconds left in this first half.
I guess what would top this half off is if Vanilla runs back to the score.
I was just going to say, the only thing that can top it off would be to come all the way back.
Because we've seen everything else.
And the kickoff is taken at the 5-yard line, straight up the middle. Good coverage right now by the Wildcats. Got to break it outside, and there you go, the 30. And he's taken down.
And a flag.
And we got a flag on the 20-yard line, so that was number 6.
Probably going to be a block in the back, a hold.
Corey Patterson on the return all the way up to the 30.
Off the clock either. I don't know how that happened.
0.2 seconds at it.
0.2 seconds.
He's a fast guy.
That's just how fast they are.
Faster than we thought.
Yeah.
20 yards in 0.2 seconds. That's Olympic qualification.
0.2 seconds at the Corey, really fast.
In fact, he's so quick when he turns the light off, go to bed, he gets covered up before it gets dark. Yeah, there was a not good against Dunellen. Kind of took them out of halfway decent field position with 18 seconds to go.
Now you just don't want to make any mistake here and give them an easy
No, just
points.
take a knee and call it a half.
I don't think Price does that, but we'll see what he does. Hopefully he's talking over, he blows his whistle, and we get ready to go for the last play of the half as we got a shotgun formation snapping. He does take a smart play. So we're going to come out of here and get going back into the locker room and try to talk about it. Clock still has not moved yet, even though they blew the whistle, and 18 seconds has been gone, because I know I can talk longer than 18 seconds. Clock is just not moving at all.
I don't know if the clock broke.
The clock has.
Might as well just send them to half because 18 seconds ran off.
Yeah, you really need to.
And the score says 29 to 4.
It should be 23.
Yeah, they're sending them to locker room. That's the best thing to do. We'll take the clock operator outside for a beating and fix him in half.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to come back with some halftime comments here, right here on CBS Sports 104.3, 23 to 14 is your score here. Wildcats lead.
It's been called a lot of things over the years: a work truck, a hauling truck, a mudding, fishing, or mall crawling truck, even a styling and profiling truck. But whatever you use it for, we can all agree it's built Ford tough. And that's why it's the best-selling truck in America for the past 40 years. So come take a test drive today at Nick Nicholas Ford Lincoln Crystal River, home of the F-150, the F-250 Super Duty, and even the 350. Nick Nicholas Ford Lincoln, 19 Crystal River.
Beef O'Brady's Crystal River, serving up a great time since 1985. Family want a pizza? House any large pizza up to 5 toppings for $9.99. Try Dan's homemade soups made from scratch. Chicken noodle, ham and bean, and sirloin vegetable. Homemade spaghetti from scratch with meat sauce, garlic bread, a house or Caesar salad, $7.99. Beef O'Brady's is budget and family friendly. Beef O'Brady's, Gulf to Lake Highway at Highway 486 in the Publix Plaza.
As a public service, I'd like to take a moment to give you the ingredients in Mike Scott Plumbing's private label water bottles. Water. H2O. Yep, just clear water, bottled in Citrus County. Water is the most natural refreshment around, especially when the temp feels like 100 and, well, you know what I mean. Private label water bottles, created for business, charity, or anyone working in this heat. Mike Scott Plumbing private label water bottles. Call 886-314-4443.
All right, welcome back into Friday Night Football right here on CBS Sports 104.3. And we're ready to hear to some halftime comments, 23 to 14, as we're not sure if the clock has broken, but it's stuck on 18 seconds right now, and it may be stuck on 18 seconds to eternity. Who knows?
And 29, which should be 23.
Well, we know it's 23.
Yes.
So it's 23 to 14. Wildcats lead here, and you're saying at half, right before the break, Coach, is that one of the better teams in 5A that we've seen in our, from our area, not our area, but all over.
Yeah.
You talk about Hernando, you talk about Nature Coast, kind of a balanced attack and some very, very potent weapons on offense.
And they're big. And with the size on defense and even offense, as big as they are, they're still quick. And I think that's what makes them so dangerous and so good. That, and we look at Hernando and Nature Coast, Mike, and we start comparing them. Hernando's about 2 steps behind this Baker County team. It's this is a whale of a football team that they've put together. Like you said, they've got 65, 70 kids on the sidelines. They've got a seasoned veteran team, as we've seen with the Page boy, number 5, going 71 school. But when he comes out for a rest, they put a sophomore in, and he's just as potent as what Page was when he come out. I mean, they're a seasoned veteran, but yet they've got a lot of young kids on this team that are stepping up.
And we talked about Denell. They got to get some control on offense. They're just playing too fast. That's not how they play football. Well, that's not how Price Harris calls the game. That's not. They got a little pass happy, I think, in that second quarter. And, I mean, if you're going to connect on 40-yard passes, it's great. But you're not going to do that all night. And that's what you've seen, the ability for Dunellen to not be able, or the lack of ability to be able to hit any run plays at all. They've got to run the football with some degree of success. And I think they abandoned it way too early. I mean, they had success on their first play from scrimmage. Was a little swing pass out there, and that ends up putting them in great field position. Then a turnover puts them in great field position. They haven't put together a good drive. And when Dunellen's playing their best, it is running the football, inside, outside, moving it, and then eventually taking your shot with Gouldsby. They're doing the opposite of that. They're going deep first and then trying to run the football. So
let me ask
they got to get that fixed.
I'm going to ask you, you think that's a game plan? But what I'm seeing Javon Lee, sophomore, he hits a couple of those big passes, and all of a sudden he's thinking we're going to be home running all the time.
I don't see how,
But they're running underneath routes too, but I think he's overlooking the underneath routes, or they're covering them, and he's throwing deep. I mean, is that Javon Lee, or is that Price Harris?
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's play calling because, Dunellen does not have the most complex passing scheme there is. They're not running 4 receivers out there. They're
running trips on the outside and one single.
But, they run out of that usually. That's what they usually do. This is a Baker County defense that's given up 15 points per game. Now, maybe Price Harris said that's because people aren't taking shots on him to loosen him up. And maybe that's what he's trying to do. And maybe we'll see him try to pound the football a little bit here in the third quarter. I don't know. This is not what we've seen from this Dunellen offense now. Again, remember, this is not
quality of a team, though, either.
Well, they have. They've played good football teams. They lost one home game this year. They've been in some dogfights, so they've played good football teams, but every time we see them, they stick to what they do. Now, remember, this is a game that more than likely doesn't matter that much. That's kind of you're gonna be number 1 or number 2. You're gonna be at home next week, and after that, it's kind of a crapshoot. You can end up being the number 2 seed, but the 1 seed loses and you're home anyway. So maybe this is more of Price Harris saying, we haven't thrown the football a lot this year. We may have to at some point down the road when we see a team like Cocoa or a team that's going to have a big defensive front where we can't run the football. Right. So maybe he says, okay, let's go out there and play a little more pass happy the first half, see where we're at, and then third and fourth quarter, let's go back to doing what we do and see. That could always be alluding to. That could be part of it. You don't know because we think that this is a huge game and an important game. But, if you're Price Harris and you're the Dunellen coaching staff, it doesn't matter what the final score is when you walk off the field here. You're 0-0 going into next week, and you got to figure out a way to win 4 football games to win a state title. And so this game, in the big picture, isn't going to matter. You're going to have to play away from home at some point, whether it's the state championship or the state semifinals or the second round. So, and they've learned that too over the last couple of years. This is a team that knows that they can play well on the road. They've had big road wins. So this may be more of, like you talked about, Mike, this may be more of let's try some things and see and get ready for next week, because when are you going to get...
We may be able to have to pull those plays out later on is what we have to do.
Like we just talked about. Yeah, the last 3 games, what do we say? 111-8. So what does that mean? Well, that probably means your starters are playing 2 quarters.
Exactly.
2.5 quarters. So maybe this is let's get my starters in, barring injury, for 3 quarters, play a long game, because they haven't played a full football game, really, since they lost 4 weeks ago. I mean, that was the last time that they played a full football game, and so this is an opportunity to let your kids get tested by a team. And this isn't saying that Baker County isn't a big part of why they're not scoring, but you adjust your offense when you're playing in a game that may not really matter that much.
Yep. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back with some more thoughts, and then also Dennis will have some scores for you around the state, as this is the last Friday of the regular season. Playoffs will start next week. We're listening to Friday Night Football right here on CBS Sports 104.3.
Our model year-end sale is finally here at Love Motorsports. Now is the best time to save as we clear out our entire inventory.
Get on the water this month for less at Love Motorsports, Central Florida's largest power sports dealer. For only $129 down and $129 a month, you get all this. A new 2017 Yamaha V1 Raider, the trailer to pull it with, the life jacket, all the Coast Guard safety equipment, and all the gear you need to hit the water today. All that for just $129 down and $129 a month. Plus, save on new Honda Ranchers, Polaris Range, Suzuki Bergmans, Yamaha VX100s, GME 4s, and Club Car XRT 850s, with prices starting at just $44.50. And hurry in for 50% off select riding apparel and accessories, or buy one, get one free specials on select apparel. See all the savings at LoveMotorsportsFL.com.
Go anywhere in the world first, but check with Chad last, and you'll save like nowhere in the world at Love Motorsports. Come and see what Love can do for you.
On approved credit, see dealer for details.
Beef O'Brady's Crystal River, serving up a great time since 1985. Family want to house any large pizza up to 5 toppings for $9.99. An Ipswich clam strip basket with fries and slaw, $8.79. A half-fried chicken, 2 sides, garlic bread for $11.79. Try Dan's made from scratch sides. Potato salad, green beans, mashed potatoes with gravy. Beef O'Brady's is budget and family friendly. Beef O'Brady's, Gulf to Lake Highway at Highway 486 in the Publix Plaza.
You know, there's different kinds of tanks. There's the American M1 tank, the worldwide T90S tank. But the most feared tank in the world is the full septic tank. Don't call the National Guard if you've got this tank battle on your hands. They can't help. Call Mike Scott Plumbing. For over 30 years, they've dealt with a world of septic tank battles. Details? You don't want them. Mike Scott Plumbing. Online and everywhere. 886-314-4443.
Looking for a real truck? Then get over to Nick Nicholas Ford Lincoln and test drive the best-selling pickup truck in America 40 straight years. The Ford F-150 and the Super Duty F-250s and F-350s are the best-selling trucks in the USA. Get over to Nick Nicholas Ford Lincoln if you're looking for a real truck. Nick Nicholas Ford Lincoln, Highway 19 North, Crystal River, home of the best-selling trucks in America.
Let's run down some of those scores from around the state after this hour. Our game of the week, of course, features tonight Baker at Dunellen, and Baker leads it at the half 23-14. In Lecanto, halftime, it's Tavares 28, Lecanto Panthers nothing. Tonight's running clock in the Seven Rivers St. John game. That is a bit of a blowout already in the second period. Going into the half, it's 49-6. Trenton at the halftime leading Hamilton County 21-16. Second period, Williston leading Chiefland 35-14. Forest at the halftime is leading Bellevue's Rattlers 10-0. Also at the half, Buchholz another blowout game over Santa Fe 44-0. Bradford tonight trailing Middleburg in the third period 17-7. It's Fort White at the half over Terry Parker 28-13. Vanguard and Oakleaf tied up at the half, 21-21 right now. Another blowout game going on. Lafayette 49, Avant-Garde 0. 14-14, the tie game going on at halftime at Interlochen PK Young. That game actually at PK Young in Gainesville. And Wildwood tonight, look out, another running clock, 43-0. They lead over Bell in the third period. No score yet on that North Marion and Winter Springs game, but Lake Weir at the third period mark is leading the Citrus Hurricanes 14-7. Hurricanes fell behind by 2 touchdowns, but they've come back up now, just trailed by a single touchdown. Wikiwachi 20-0 over Gulf in the second, and it's Hawthorne 42, Bronson nothing in the second period. That's the scores for you from around West Central Florida from CBS Radio 104.3. Let's go back out to the field and talk with the guys.
Well, thank you, Dennis. Here we are, Friday Night Football. It's a good one. 23-14, you score. Wildcats leading over the Dunellen Tigers here at Richard Kennedy Stadium. A great night out, great atmosphere, great crowds. I mean, you can't ask for more, I tell you what. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Cool climate is nice and cool, and they have the clock fixed, Mike. They do have the clock fixed. Clock is running with 4:15. There we go. I think he just fell asleep over there. I don't know how he fall asleep in this game, but either way, it's a good game going on. We'll see what happens on the second half. What do you think is going to need to happen for Dunellen to get back into this?
I think they're going to go back playing Dunellen football, in my opinion. I don't think, as we learned over this little break here, Dunellen rushed for 11 yards in the first half. They're not going to win any ball games when they get that far out of their original game plan that got them to where they are tonight. And all year, and we've seen it, we've called 2 or 3 games up here, Mike. They're always good for 120 to 150 yards rushing every single night they go play.
Yeah.
Baker County has either taken them out of their game early, or Bryce Harris is just trying some new tricks to put into the playoffs to see what this is. That is, but take nothing away from Baker County. It's the best 5A team I've seen in a long time. Not only this year, but you go way back. So I think Dunellen, you'll know in the third quarter, as we talked about earlier. You know, Brett was saying it's really a kind of a meaningless game for both schools. They know they're going to be the hosts first round, so forth, just through the point system. But I think you'll see in the third quarter, Dunellen might try to go back. A little ball control. They've got to do something because rushing for 11 yards against Baker County isn't going to win this game for them.
Well, Dean Blandy did the same thing. You know, kind of looking at that, alluding to it, saying that got to get back to Dunellen football. Got to run the ball a little bit more and more consistently. And that will open up the play action pass, I believe.
Oh, it will. It will. But as we saw, though in the first half, Mike, Dunellen's throwing the ball. They're trying to hit the home run every time up. And it's just, it might work one time out of 30, and even one time it was picked off. So,
you know what they remind me of? They remind me of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
In the first half.
Yeah. Although they scored 14 points, which is more than what the Buccaneers would normally score in the first half.
Yeah. Or in a game itself.
There you go.
Yeah.
Score, we're going to keep you guys up to date. They're under 11 minutes to go in the fourth quarter down in Inverness, and Citrus has scored a touchdown to cut the lead 20-13. So the Hurricanes are down to Lake Weir by 7, and what I believe is a must-win for Citrus.
Well, they got
to win it, and they probably need some help on top of it. But
I looked on.
They got to win.
I looked on the things today, and they were ranked 9. They were in the 9th position.
Yeah, I mean, and they still have Bellevue to contend with, who's going to be in because they're a district champ, and they've got to figure out a way to jump a couple of teams like maybe River Ridge. So they need some help outside of a win, but a loss. Well, that'd be a big loss if they can't pull this one off against Lake Weir. And I'm not making any excuses, but this is one of those games that Nate Varnador. And look, I don't know who you put any blame on. I don't know if you blame anybody, but he talked about, man, I think we kind of thought we were going to get bonus points for playing a bigger school. If you're not, then you got to know what's going on too, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
and don't just chalk it off then because you don't. You still got to go out and
you got to win it, and and this may be one of those things. We'll see if teams start to schedule teams in their own classification or lower if it costs you. And I mean, you look at Citrus, they're going to have a game against Westport on their schedule against a bigger classification team that may not help them, and then now Lake Weir when you could replace them with somebody else, perhaps.
Yeah, it's going to be a big bone of contention next year, so we'll see what happens. We'll come back, we'll take another quick break. Come back with the second half kickoff right here from Richard Kennedy Stadium, where the Wildcats lead the Dunellen Tigers 23-14 to Friday Night Football here on CBS Sports 104.3.
Our model year-end sale is finally here at Love Chevrolet. Hurry in for our biggest savings on our best selection.
Save thousands on every new Chevrolet in stock. Now's the time to buy. Hurry in or go to lovechevysales.com and choose from our best selection of new Chevy cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Not only will you get top dollar for your trade, buy any new Chevy at Love Chevrolet with 0 down. 0% financing for 72 months on our most popular models. Drive a new 2017 Chevy Cruze, just $179 a month. A 2017 Chevy Malibu for just $199 a month. Looking for a new truck? Save up to $10,000 on it today. Get model year-end pricing on our best selection at Love Chevrolet or lovechevysales.com.
Go anywhere in the world first, but check with Chad last, and you'll save like nowhere in the world at Life. On Highway 44 in Inverness, come and see what love can do for you.
24 months, 10,000 miles per year. Offers on approved credit. $500 do it signing plus tax, title, license, and fees.
You know, there's different kinds of tanks. There's the American M1 tank, the worldwide T90S tank. But the most feared tank in the world is the full septic tank. Don't call the National Guard if you've got this tank battle on your hands. They can't help. Call Mike Scott Plumbing. For over 30 years, world of septic tank battles. Details, you don't want them. Mike Scott Plumbing. Online and everywhere. 886-314-4443.
Every new Honda is priced to sell now during our model year-end sale at Love Honda.
Clearance pricing has been extended through the end of the month, and Love Honda is making it easier than ever to drive the new Honda you want today. 0 down and $199 a month puts you in a new 2017 Honda Accord LX today. Free maintenance for 3 years. Your new Accord at Love Honda will cost you $3,000 less than Camry. Unbeatable. 0 down, $199 a month, and free maintenance for 3 years with similar low monthly payments on every new Honda. The model year-end sale is the best time to buy at Love Honda. See all our specials at lovehonda.com. Then hurry in and save.
Go anywhere in the world first, but check with Chad last, and you'll save like nowhere in the world. Love Honda. On Highway 19, between Homosassa and Crystal River. Come and see what love can do for you.
36 months, 12,000 miles per year. 0 do it signing plus tax, title, license, and any dealer installed options. On approved credit, see dealer for details.
Your official station for NASCAR racing news. CBS Sports, high school sports, Rays baseball, Gator football, Gator basketball, and more. This is WYKE English 104.3 FM.
Friday Night Football, CBS Sports 104.3. Rounding out the season, final night of the regular season here as we come to you from Richard Kennedy Stadium.
To start the second half, Mike, is 23-14.
Yep.
St. Helens receiving the kick, and I think this is a big series for them going forward.
And they did defer, so they get the ball to start the second half. Two players are down on the 5-yard line, waiting for the clock to wind down. The players were also, the clock now is late getting off as they get ready to start as it goes down to 0. Kicker is getting ready for Wildcats.
And let's don't forget to give kudos now, Mike, to our sports director who is live streaming this tonight for us, Brett Newsom.
Connor Buchner kicks it up high. Going to be taking it to the 10-yard line with Dunn on the near sideline. Makes a jump, comes back to the inside. He's got a wide open hill. Cuts back outside and is taken down right around the 24-yard line. And we've got a little extracurricular there, but they took a 22-yard line to call it as they were forward progress. 1st and 10 for Danone. Going right to left on your radio. Danone all in red helmets, red jerseys, and red pants. Baker County are also red and black, which is both teams are red and black. They're wearing the white jersey, black pants, and black helmets.
Now we'll see what adjustments, if any, Price Harris made at halftime.
First possession of the second half. They come out in a power pistol formation. They're going to switch out of it. Edwards goes to quarterback's right. He's going to roll, looking to pass again. Throws another deep ball, and he's in double coverage and overthrown, intended for number 1. That is Cameron Massey.
That's just what you talk about, Brett, at halftime. Here's another 30-yard pass that went awry.
Talked about they probably shouldn't do.
Yeah.
And that was double coverage.
Yeah.
He's thrown into double coverage, which, again, they had a short route and a long route. Short route probably should have been thrown to.
And it was wide open.
Yeah.
They seem to have much interest in running the football right now. And now you got 2nd and long.
Yeah.
So they're going to power pistol. Setbacks to each side of the quarterback. Javon Lee, snap, handoff, right side. It's all the way out close to the 30, 23 yard. I'm sorry,
Flag on the
27
play.
yard. We got a flag on the play.
It's going to be holding on Dunellen, I'm sure.
That means it'll be coming back.
Yep. That'll move it back another 10. Make it second and 20.
The first possession not looking too good right now for the Tigers.
Trent in front of Hamilton County in the third. That's 28-16.
That makes Dennis happy.
Looks like they're going to probably hold on to the 3 spot in this region standings for a Region 2. Chiefland is losing to Williston 49. We'll keep you updated as Citrus goes down to the wire in their game against Lake Weir in a very important game in 5A Region 2.
Ball moves back to the 13-yard line. Empty backfield for Lee, and he throws out a little swing pass out to the near sideline. He's trying to take it down, but he misses the tackle, and that's number 6, Corey Patterson again with the catch and the run. Gets back maybe another 5 yards out of that, so it's going to be 3rd and 13. Yard line.
Big offensive play here, Mike, for Dunellen. I think they got to do something. They got to find something. They got to find a glitch to get this offense back on track. They just can't keep giving it back to Baker County with good field position.
Switch out of the pistol formation. Trip receivers to the far sideline. Lee snap. He's going to take it himself. Quarterback keeper goes to the left side. Makes 1 miss, 2 miss. Comes to the near sideline and knocked out of bounds. I think he's going to be short of the first down. It's going to be on 4th down in Tiger territory. That was just the best thing to have on. Yeah. Reed, but actually the direct snap, quarterback, quarterback keeper. 4th down. What's the ball? He's punting the ball. He goes back into the punting duties. They're not really afraid to move his leg as deep back is no more than 20 yards from the line of scrimmage. Oh, huge snap, big kick, way over his head, bounces up the 10, inside the 5, can they get it before it rolls in, and it does, it dies at the 5-yard line, a beautiful kick.
When he gets a hold of it,
yeah,
he's kicking it hard. I mean, first 2 were sort of this kick, but he hit one high.
Well, I think what he was doing before was that he was
you don't do that inside your own 20.
penalty at the 3rd quarter as we walk out to very behind on the 5-yard line. Now in formation, is handed off to Lakewood as he goes off left side. He's just following a blocker, and wide receiver blocker, very nice. He gets the 1st down and more outside into the 20-yard line. Great run by Hagan. Really good technique. Follow the line, the wide receiver blocker. Lakewood again. Pistol formation behind quarterback. Snap. Reed. Green hands it off to Haygood. Left side again. He's going to go all the way down the left sideline. He gets 1st down and more. Another 12, 15-yard run. It's going to be a 13-yard run for Haygood. And you know when they got yeah. First possession for down. First possession for really just this play. 3 out. Got a good punt, puts him back. Good position is there. Player gets up, that's number 7 for the Wildcats. Maybe he's 70. And Tyler Burns, 6'3", 285.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why he's big. He's a big boy. Going to go under center now. No, we're going to go pistol formation as Green backs out. Single setback. Reed. Hand off to Haygood. He's going to go near sideline. Breaks one tackle down to 40, 45, 50. Down the left sideline, that's 40. And then all the way out to the 35-yard line. Knocked out of bounds there. Stop and gets a first down.
And Danella's got a player down here on the sideline.
We're telling it's going out of bounds at the 33-yard line. It's first and 10. As we got the flag, though, looks like they're walking back now. Flag on the play, right in scrimmage, so it's going to negate a great run by Haygood.
No, it's against Danellen.
Oh, I'm sorry. See, Dean's looking at me.
Maybe he did the NFL college.
Yeah, he's got replay.
Number 1 down for Danellen. That's not good.
He scored the touchdown. Or one of the touchdowns.
And a big defensive set here, Mike, for Danella. They just got to hold him out of the end zone.
It looks like that's another personal foul penalty because they're tacking that one on the end of the run. So that was not play on the defensive line where it was a hold or anything, a grab or anything like that. That's because he went out of bounds at what, the 35-yard line, and they were up to the 32-yard line and got it inside the 40.
Now they're down to about the 18.
That's a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, that's 2 personal fouls now they called on Danella. Massey's up now, but he's looking. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to be able to make it across there.
Well, the way he's going at this, it will be moving on.
Let's pick him up, boys.
I think if you're Danella, I don't think you ever want to throw in the towel, but if Baker County puts it in here and goes up 30, I think you start just running the football and see what we can do.
See what you can do.
This drop back pass is not working. And now you just got one of your go-to guys who, if nothing else, that's a pretty good sized ankle injury. You don't know how those will heal up within a week, so you start to be careful. And like I said, this becomes a bit of a meaningless game, and the score is about to be 30-16.
Clock is stopped with the out-of-bounds run and the penalty at 9:48.
And that's the second player tonight that Danella's carted off.
That's true. Here we go, pistol formation. Page behind Green. Howard to the left. Green's going to take it himself, quarterback keeper. He's got blockers in front of him. He goes outside, makes one break. There's a flag coming in late. That's going to be a
hold on Baker County.
Come back as Green got all the way down to the 10-yard line, but they're going to bring that back.
That will not make the coach happy. But I would have to say, though, Mike.
Actually, they're going to Danella again.
Is that a face mask?
Could have been a face mask. That's the distance to the goal.
I can't see what the call is. I'm sorry. Trying to find out here. Chop block.
Usually the defense doesn't chop unless he went low on the offensive lineman and they were connected. You don't see that call very often. Usually it's the defensive lineman, double team, man.
Green and Page in the back. Pistol. Hand off the Page. Right side. Wide open. Touchdown. He takes 3 steps and he is gone.
Yeah. I can see why they want him at UCF and at Cincinnati.
Yeah. When you see a player like that, the first 2 steps off of that ball, when he's already at full speed. When you and I would be, not at full speed. I can tell you that much. But I mean, it's amazing to see him accelerate that fast.
Yeah.
Now it's 29. The clock does read right, but with this extra point, it should be 30.
Should be 30.
Snap, put down, kick is up, and it is good. So 30-14 here, 8:56 left in the third quarter. Wildcats take a commanding lead, two scores. We'll be right back after these messages. You're listening to Friday Night Football right here on CBS Sports 104.3.
All October, Nick Nicholas Ford Inverness celebrates 36 years serving our community with huge savings all month long on all new and pre-owned cars and trucks. Nick Nicholas Ford Inverness has a special thank you to all first responders for their hard work with special savings just for you. The Nick Nicholas Ford family thanks Citrus County for making this Ford country. Nick Nicholas Ford Inverness, Highway 44 just west of Inverness. Always 24/7 at nicknicholasford.com.
Wildcats drive from their own 5-yard line, 95-yard drive on that first possession of the second half.
And they mixed up the play call real good on that too, Dennis. I mean, it's a thing there, Mike. It's a thing that Baker County's just got a complete package.
They do a big kick here now with the figure of taking at the 5-yard line, straight up the middle, 10-yard line, puts his head down, tries to get some more past the 20-yard line. He calls it the 22-yard line. First and 10 for Danilo. We'll see how they come out now. Last time they were throwing the ball all over.
You're down 2 scores. You're the coach.
I mean, what I like was what we talked about before is the crossing routes, across the face, the little bubble screens, the little flare patterns, the little outs. Give Lee some time to throw on a rollout pattern. Let him run or choose run or pass. But we'll see what happens. Number 25, Javon Lee is quarterback. Snap across the face. That's going to be Corin Passion. Takes a right side jet sweep. Good run on the outside. Gets all the way down into about the 27-yard line, 28-yard line. And I call it 27 and be 2nd and 3.
And that was about their best game from scrimmage all night.
Yeah.
7 yards.
Lecanto now down to Tavares in the third, 41-6. Wekiwachi ahead of Golf, 20-0. Still waiting for an update on Citrus and Lake Weir. Last score we had was 20-13. Lake Weir in the fourth.
We say with the time, how much is left?
11 minutes to go, the last we saw.
And we've got a water break here. It appears to be Dunellen timeout.
So 8:20 left in the third quarter as Don on his third possession, I believe, of this quarter. Second possession of the quarter.
I think Baker County's got to be pretty pleased with the way they played tonight, especially a Dunellen team as good as it is. And
I think what Jamie Rogers, Coach Jamie Rogers, is going to look at is that the turnovers. You can't have those turnovers in the playoffs. It just will eat you alive.
And the mistakes, the 2 bad snaps from the center, things of this nature. He'll get the team back going good.
Lee in the shotgun, snap, looks across, fakes a pass, and then he's got pressure, and he's going to be sacked.
All the way back to the 20.
That's number 9. Guess who? That's one of the bookends, Caden Hill.
Yeah.
So last time I'm going to say it, I don't know why they think all of a sudden they're a West Coast passing team.
Well, that's why I think that Coach Price is looking at different things and maybe putting some stuff on tape for the playoffs as other teams look at it. Maybe they look at it and say, hey, they can pass a little bit.
Yeah.
You're trying to game plan for a team and you see them passing all game, you have to worry about it. Trip receivers to the near sideline. Ball's on the far hash mark, snap. Lee looking, 2-step. There's a crossing pattern. There it is. In and out of the hands of number 18 for Dunellen. That's Linwood Daniels. But that's exactly what we talked about.
There it is.
The crossing pattern, the slants. You got to try to hit those.
And he should have caught that, really.
Yeah, he should have. Goolsby was a deep route man, and Daniels was the underneath man, and he should have hit him, and it should have been a first down. So again, when you're a coach who's game planning for the next playoff, you're looking at okay, they're open. He should have caught it.
Yeah.
We got to watch that.
More bad news if you're a Citrus fan. River Ridge is ahead of Sun Lake, 26-0. In the third, River Ridge was one of those teams that was ahead of Citrus that they needed to jump and certainly needed them to lose the game for sure. And winning along with the Citrus loss might just take care of business.
Goolsby, high kick. Good kick, going to bounce and take a Dunellen bounce again all the way past the 30-yard line. Bounce at the 40 and into the 6-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Good punt by Goolsby again.
That was a good punt. It had a lot of height to it, but yet he got the bounce he wanted once it landed on the 40.
So they're saying it's going to be on the 26, 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. 7:23 leading 30-14.
Have you got an update, Brett, on the Citrus game?
No update. Williston's ahead of Chiefland, 56-14.
That'll help Seven Rivers, won't it? Williston wins?
Williston's already locked into where they're going to be anyway.
Okay.
Their point total is not going to change, so that does not do anything for Seven Rivers.
Page and Green in the backfield.
Now you got 2 running backs to contend with.
Single setback. Hodge is going to move to the left side. It's going to be power to the right with the tight end to the right. They're going to run that way. It's a direct snap to Green. No, he's going to fake it, and it's a fake run. It's going to be thrown up a pass and intercepted by number 10, Frazier.
And that's 2 turnovers they've had on the pass tonight, Mike.
That's one of those 2 that you may be talking about. A game like this that doesn't matter. I mean, if Baker County's ahead 30-14 next week in the playoffs,
they're not.
I think they
run
football right there. I think you take a chance and say, okay, what's the big deal? Our defense has shown we can stop them. We're up by 16. We can get away with that. They did, but a good play. And maybe that's a little momentum switch. We saw them take advantage of 1 interception, converted it for a touchdown. They put 1 in here, and all of a sudden things get interesting.
And the Baker County coach isn't too happy.
And I'm also going to look at number 25, Lee, throws a deep pattern, throws up, and it's caught down to the right sideline. 25, 20, touchdown! They're saying he stepped out of bounds now on the inside, but that was a throw. I can't see who that caught it.
Stepped out about the 3.
Yeah, they're saying he was out of bounds before he got in. I think that's number 6, Decorian Patterson again. You know what? We haven't seen in the backfield Jalen Edwards, Williams.
No.
So that's one of the things that,
it may affect the running game for sure,
that's
right?
kind of what I'm looking at, is that Braylon Edwards was there before, and then he took him out. Maybe Price Harris is saying that we need to save them for the next week.
Yeah, for an injury.
Snap. Jump ball to Goolsby, who jumps up, high-tops it, and catches it. Touchdown, Goolsby.
Well, now we got another ball game going on.
Well, that's quite an answer there. I mean, you're down 30-14, and you just kicked punted it back, and then you get an interception, a long pass, and then a TD, and now all of a sudden,
and 2 plays, you're right back
You're
there.
right back in this ball game.
Edwards is now in the ball game on the point after attempt, which he did score 2-point play the last time they did this. 30-20 is the score. We got a latecomer coming in, and they're just kind of wandering around. They're getting ready. They're going to recall the play, look to see if they're going to kick the extra point. They may be out of time here.
They have to hurry. There's 5 seconds left.
And they're going to get the snap off here, I believe. And they're going to do a pass. They're looking for a throwback to Edwards, and he stopped.
All right,
that was wide open.
He would have had it.
He just, he gave up, didn't see it, or I don't know what that was.
I think they were messed up on the play call because Edwards didn't run a pattern. He just kind of just stood up there. So there was kind of a miscommunication from the coach to Green on that one. So, but 6:40 left. The Tigers come back 30-20, down 10 points.
Still got a ball game here. I mean, they scored 2 plays right there.
Yep.
After the turnover, they scored 2 plays. They went 53 yards in 2 plays. And, it's not over till it's over. I just think that I don't think Dunellen can win by throwing the ball in the air. I think they got to go back to the old Price Harris football.
2 more turnovers, though. They can't come up with turnovers.
Yeah, if they can create that turnover.
Well, I don't think that Coach Jamie Rogers will be throwing the ball much more than what he has
as big
already.
as that coach is, he's as big as the team.
Seven Rivers wins tonight 56-6 over St. John Lutheran, and that'll sew up a playoff spot, no question about it. The question is that good enough for a number 2 seed? Probably not.
Javon Lee kicks it off to the far sideline. Going to let it bounce and take it at the 20-yard line. Going to come back to the near sideline. Ball's all the way out past the 30-yard line. Had some opening there, but then got tackled before he could get loose on it at the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. 6:34 left, leading by 10.
Now you're going to see, Mike, if the Dunellen defense can, here again, rise to the occasion. We'll see what the coach comes up with for offensive plays. And is he going to keep it on the ground where he's been successful all night for the most part? I would think so.
You're Baker County. You hadn't been stopped if you don't turn it over.
Pretty much. It's basically what it is. 2 turnovers and 2 scores for Dunellen.
Yep. Take that 14 points away.
Actually, they got the fumble too, and there wasn't a score on that. So it's 3 turnovers for Baker County. Like you said, Coach Jamie Rogers doesn't like
the 14 points off, and Dunellen's only got 6.
Yeah.
There's the difference. Dunellen has done a good job on capitalizing on the turnovers. The defense just needs a stop. They've got to make a stop, either a turnover or 3 and out. I don't think Baker County's punted all night, have they?
I think once. Page behind Green, handoff. Page got a big opening, comes to their sideline, 35, 40, 45. It's a stiff arm down and knocked out of bounds right before the 50-yard line. It's number 6, DeCorian Patterson, pushes him out of bounds. Page with a good run. Move the chains. 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line.
Wildwood, winner turn over Bell, 43-0. They will be a playoff team.
Flag on the
flag, right on the line of scrimmage. Line judge is looking at it.
Offside, Dunellen?
I don't know.
Second time they've lined up offside.
How do I see that? I mean, I didn't even see that. I'm looking straight
down the 50-yard line.
Same official called it both times.
I don't know if it's the back is coming up.
Citrus is faced with a 4th and 15 on the Lake Weir 24-yard line, and they are down 20-13 with 1:55 left in that game.
Snap, read, Page. Page has got open space, goes right up the middle, spins and turns, goes all the way past the 30, down to the 29-yard line, 1st and 10, and a good run by Page. 2 good runs by Page right now to get him out of territory. 6:16 left in the 3rd quarter. They're just picking up the pace.
Max Martone catches a pass 1 yard short of the 1st down marker. So Lake Weir ball on a turnover, and looks like they're going to run the clock out.
Page really gets hit. Good play coming up as he gains a couple on it, but he jumped over one player in midair and was hit by number 21 from Dunellen, Maverick Molina.
I think that was their first rush tonight, Mike, for a no gain.
I'm sorry, that was Calabero. Emmanuel Calabero, sophomore, 5'9", 160. Page again, pistol formation behind Green. Hodge on the power right side. Page is going to look at him and push his tip down. He's going to beat right up, and good play by the defensive line, number 8, I'm sorry, or Dunellen.
And this is the first series, really, Mike, that Dunellen defense has had to play this second half. If you remember, in the last possession, they got an interception. So kudos to Coach Harris and whatever he drawed up at halftime here. Defense is, well, it's a 3rd and 12, 13. So we're going to see if Dunellen can get a stop here.
3rd, 12, 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Page is going to go motion to the far side. It's going to be faked, a sweep, and Green's going to go right up the middle. And he is stopped short. Number 52 for Dunellen. Maurice Jeffries. Haven't called his name a lot tonight, but he finally makes a tackle on Green.
And it's going to be 4th and 10.
We're going to go for it, looks like.
Why not? Page is still in, and Hodge is going to go to the right side.
They've done everything else tonight, so may as well go for it.
Twin receivers at the far sideline, ball near side hash. Hodge switches to the left side. Tight end right. Snap. Going to be rolling to the left. Looking. Got 2 blockers in front of him. He's going to cut off Green. He's going to square up the middle. Sees an opening. Cuts outside. All the way down the sideline. Touchdown. Green. Boy, was that a run.
Was that a run.
$29-yard touchdown run from Green, who was looking to pass again and then found a hole and busted through it.
Untouched. Once he got outside, it was all over. I think that kid's a sophomore, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah.
Actually, no, he's a junior. I'm sorry. 5'60". Snap. Kick is up, and I don't think that's good. That's not good. It goes all left to the left. So 36-20 is your score. Wildcats up by 16. 4 minutes and 5 seconds left in this third quarter.
And it's really only a 2-possession ball game, really, at 16 points. You get the touchdown, you go for 2 and get it. Dunedin's still in the ball game, but I was hoping that their defense would rise to that occasion when they had that 4th and 10.
It'll just be interesting to see how Price Harris plays it from now on. Like you said, Brett, injuries, you don't want any more of those.
They've already had 2 tonight.
Are they going to, just kind of just put some players in there to give them experience? Are they going to try some different things? And
well, that's the other thing, too. They're kind of low on numbers this year compared to years past. So if you don't have that depth to put in a bunch of backups, and it appears they got a handful of injuries on offense to start with right now, or at least some guys who aren't playing that we're used to seeing playing.
So 4 minutes and 5 seconds left in the third quarter. Wildcats up by 16. There's the run up. Kick is up. And
offsides,
a whistle.
Baker County.
Offsides, Baker County. So it's going to move back 5 yards, give the Tigers a little bit better field position. I think Dunham's seen somebody like this team like this.
I've seen a team like this in a long time. Who beat them? Florida State? Florida?
I don't know if that would happen.
And next year, Dunham's going to go play Baker County because they're under a 2-year contract, so now they've got to drive halfway across the state to go play them.
There's a run up and a kick. Good deep kick. Now it's going to be taken at the 5-yard line. Straight up the middle, kind of looking. There's nobody blocking for that at all. Wildcats are all over him. Special teams blew past.
Got her up to about the 17.
17. Well,
they did not have the return set up on
not
that.
At all. So 3:58 left in the third quarter. Don gets to try it again and scored on the last possession. See if they can continue to trade touchdowns, but they will have to get a stop sometime.
Yeah, they just can't keep going back and forth on this.
Pistol formation going to be hand. It's Green. Going to go right side out of the 30, 25, 40, 45. All the way inside of the Wildcat territory, past the 50, down to the 45-yard line, where he's run out of bounds.
That Lake Weir Citrus game has gone final, 20-13. Lake Weir over Citrus.
Wow. So Lee all the way down the right sideline for a big gain.
Dunedin's only loss so far this year was to Madison County, 24-21.
40-yard run by Lee. Trip receivers to the near sideline. Read option is going to be Lee again. He's going to go right side, but he's bottled up pretty well. He's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, and they're going to call it
no gain.
Second down, no gain.
That loss, when they did lose to Madison County 24-21, that was the most points Dunedin had given up all year until tonight.
Madison County 4A or 5A?
Why would you ask me that?
Because you're Dean Blandino.
Because you're our head coach now.
Trip receivers to
Madison
the left
County,
side.
one of those rural 1A schools.
Oh, wow, okay.
But that
Snap,
doesn't mean they're a 1A population.
big three-step drop, throws across the middle, caught! A nice little turn-in route. That's number 10, Frazier, who catches it inside the 30-yard line. It's going to be 26.
By the way, 10-0 on the year. So.
Yeah. Those county schools, they get everybody from the county going to one school.
It's amazing how that works.
That's the way it works, doesn't it?
How can you have a whole county worth of population to be a 1A or 5A?
Yeah, pretty rural. As
big,
this team.
Big farm boys that can block.
Yeah, you're seeing it right here tonight at Baker County.
Tavares over Lecanto, 48-12, a final score.
Lee looks at a little bubble screen for Goolsby. He's got one base to bet 30, breaks 2 tackles, cuts back inside, caught from behind, down to the 21-yard line. 2:30 and counting. 2nd and 2.
Big possession here for Donnell and Mike to get this ball in the end zone before the end of the 3rd quarter.
You got a power pistol formation now. 1 sec behind that. The Corian pass and handoff. He cuts back, sets it, jumps over one. Wow, tried to get all the way up in the air, but he was down by contact. He dropped the ball, but number 1 for Bradford County, Baker County, I'm sorry, knocked him out. 1:57 left as they get first down. Should be a first down. They haven't moved the change yet. They're picking the flag up. Not sure what that means.
I don't know what this was all about.
I'm saying it is a first down on the 15-yard line. And that was a misdirection play as they faked one side and went to Corian left, and that's what I think they need to keep on doing. Number 12 in the backfield for Donnell now. Snap. Looking, throws a crossing pattern, caught! Touchdown, Donnell.
And they had to have that.
And that is Frazier.
They had to have that, yep.
On a slant route, cutting across, a good throw by Lee, and 6 more points for Donnell. So they'll keep on fighting back. 26-36 now. 1:46 left in the 3rd quarter.
They got to figure out a way to get a stop, but the offense certainly has found its rhythm here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need this 2 points. They got to
you saw what they did on that drive was a mixture of pass and run.
Yes.
A couple of things that we talked about at halftime.
Yeah, because at halftime, as we said, Mike, they only had 11 yards rushing in the first half. Well, we saw them get 10 times that many on this drive.
Well, it's not even that they're big picking up. I mean, they had the one big quarterback draw, but it's just that they're trying
to run the ball.
You know, sometimes even a 2-yard gain is enough to help you moving forward, and I think that's what you're seeing. The attempt to be balanced, and this is never good when you have to call
timeout
on an extra point. I don't know if they were going to try to go for 2.
They were lined up for 2, and they're going to take an extra.
Because the last one, the 2-point conversion was, like you said, Mike, a miscommunication at best. So I guess they're trying to make sure they get this one right.
Well, the last time they lined up as an extra point as they did the swinging gate one, and they threw that play, and this one they lined up as a regular offensive set, and they had some miscommunication on that. So really, Price Harris has got to cut that down a little bit as we get ready here. 1:46 left in the 3rd quarter. I had mentioned Jace Williams. I don't know if he was the one that was hurt the very first couple of plays. We don't know if he was.
We couldn't find the number.
Yeah. Number 8 is Jace Williams, and we're not seeing him out there. Maybe I'm missing him, but he's definitely not in the backfield, and he was one of the more explosive runners. So as they come back out after Price Harris talked to him, Coach Jamie Rogers gets his defense set up. So 28, if they can score 2, it's 28-36.
One possession. Yep. And that's what we said. Even though they were down 16, that's a 2-possession ball game. If they can get the 2-point conversion here.
Power pistol formation and a flag. Wow.
Offside on Baker County, possibly. Yes, half distance.
So they're going to move that half distance. It's going to be even better for the Tigers.
Now they got to go 1.5 yards.
Let's see if they change the play or they keep the same play. Because they almost ran that so everybody can look to the right side. Because that's where number 4 was going. It's Tyree Frazier. Snap. To the left side, and they got all over him, and they stopped him way before that line of scrimmage. So
51 got in there from his left side linebacking position. And
Brian West. So a good stop for the Baker County Wildcat defense. 36-26, down still 2 scores here for the Tigers.
We still have 1:46 to go in the 3rd quarter. So. Wow. This kickoff, you could have a fumble, then they'll get the ball back. I mean, there's just so many things that's taking place tonight, and when you think that the Nellens out of it, will they come fighting back again? I think this is a key possession, though.
They got to get it. They got to get the ball back.
They got to get a stop.
It'd be nice if they get a 3 and out. They haven't really. I mean, they've had them a couple of 3rd longs and haven't been able to make plays.
Yeah.
So they've got to come up with, I think, a play defensively on the Baker County half
And I don't
the field.
remember Baker County punting.
They haven't. I mean, it's been a fumble or 2 interceptions.
Yeah. A big defensive key right here for Dunellen coming up. If they can hold them deep in the territory, 3 and out.
Page is back deep, and they kick it away from him. And back, it takes it to 35. He's going to try to go in. That's Green. 40, 45. And finally brought down good field position for Baker County at the 47-yard line. That's number 4, Nick Lee, who had that interception. Bellevue's ahead of Forest now, 14-13. Bellevue probably in good shape to make the playoffs, as they would be a number 4 seed because they would be a district champ. But certainly a loss makes it a little more interesting.
And you said River Ridge was winning.
River Ridge was winning easily, which should be enough to hold them in one of the top 8 spots, as they were, I believe, 6th in the point standing. So that should be good enough. 6th in the point standings, number 2 in that district in 5A8.
Is Hernando playing tonight?
No.
John Green, quarterback for the Wildcats, with Page to his right. In the shotgun snap. Reed giving the Page, going to step back and go back outside. And cuts inside. He's past the 50. A good run for about 2.5 yards, 3 yards deep. Oh, 2nd and 7. Clock is running at 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. No huddle, the signals are called in, and the play cards on the side, and his coach throwing the signals. We have 2 play cards on either side of the coach, who calls the signal in from that point. Green, shotgun with Page again.
Offside, to Miller. That was an easy call.
Yeah. Hard count with Green. Additional 5 yards will be 2nd short now. Second and 3, and looking at the stands over here, Mike, for Baker County fans. A lot of them around here. Oh, yeah, definitely. You can see it. They travel well. Again, Green, shotgun, Page, Reed, handoff Page, goes right off the right side, beat D-gap, and then tackled down there pretty well. Gets the 1st down, though. Number 9, Goolsby on the tackle.
He's getting up a little slow.
And Goolsby is playing defensive end now. Clock is just under 30 seconds on the last play quarter coming up. They're just joining us, 36-26 Wildcats lead, but it's been a back and forth contest. That number really hasn't been out of it. Snap. Page, left side. He's tripped up. His pad is opening, but then he kind of fell down and hit the blocker in the back and fell down there. So no gain on the play. 2nd and 10. That'll be the end of the 3rd quarter here. Baker County Wildcats 36, Stone Tigers 26. We'll be right back after these messages. You are listening to Friday Night Football right here, CBS Sports 104.
Our low prices, selection, and repeat business keep customers coming back for more. Thank you, Tampa Bay. This month, we're offering deep discounts. Get 15% off select new Buick models. Get 15% and more off some GMC models. When you want the best, shop the best. Buy local and save thousands from your hometown dealer. Visit EagleBuickGMC.com or stop by US 19 in Homosassa under the giant American flag.
We are back. Friday Night Football right here on CBS Sports 104.3. Want to also let you know we are live streaming on YouTube at CBS Sports Radio 104.3. And you can watch us now, watch us later, watch the game later. Be ready. Page, motion, fires out, and the ball's on the ground. And smartly recovered by the back there, number 71.
Yes.
He's right by the ball as he's 1 yard off the line of scrimmage for the blocking. And he falls down a loss of 1 yard, so 3rd and 11. Page is still in. Haygood has been sitting on the bench for a while, and we haven't seen him. Green's going to roll, throw a nice pattern, and cut inside number 9, and caught. And it looks like it's going to be short of the first down, but it'll bring up 4th and short.
And they're down here, Mike, on about the 32, so that you're out of field goal range. And Baker County, I'm sure, was going to go for it.
It's number 3, Wesley Belford, who caught the ball coming back, but he was short. He had gone the route at the first down marker, but then he came back to get the ball and was tackled right there. So it's going to be 4th and short here. Ball's on the 34-yard line. Page with the shotgun. Changing the play now. They look over and see the coach. And they're going to call a timeout. We're going to take a quick timeout. You're listening to Friday Night Football on CBS Sports 104.3.
Our low prices, great selection, and repeat business keep customers coming back for more. Thank you, Tampa Bay. This month, we're offering deep discounts. Get 15% off select new Buick models. Get 15% and more off select new GMC models. When you want the best, shop the best. Buy local and save thousands from your hometown dealer. Visit EagleBuickGMC.com or stop by US 19 in Homosassa under the giant American flag.
36-26. I'm Mike Deem, joined by Coach Dave Hamilton, Brett Knutson, color analyst. Hey, get ready to watch this play here. Big 4th down for the Dunellen Tigers. If they can stop them here, get the ball back.
4th and 3. Big key defensive stop here for Dunellen.
Page with Green in the shotgun. Movement on the front line, but that was taken out. And Page steps in, cuts out to the left side, and gets the first down. But I thought there was movement on number 71, and they didn't even call it.
That was a false start. I mean,
put his hand
he moved forward and he put his hand on the offensive lineman. That was a that was a blatant missed call by the official there. I don't know how he doesn't see the big guy leaning and then touching, but hey.
And he's big enough you can't miss him.
That was a pretty obvious false start.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a miss big time. So they get first down, 1st and 10. At the 26-yard line. It's going to be Page again. He's going to go outside. He's got speed to the edge, and he's going to go all the way. Going to cut out, then he's going to step out of bounds. Right about they're going to call it the 10-yard line. No, they're going to call it at the 11-yard line now. So 11-yard line, 1st and 10. 10:44 left in the 4th quarter.
Well, that's where Dunellen need to stop right there on 4th and 3. And unfortunately, they just didn't get it. You know, whether the official missed the call or not.
He did miss the call.
He missed the call big time.
They just needed to stop.
So it's first from the 10-yard line, 1st and 10, 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Page with Green again to his left. Snap. Page going to go straight up the middle, try to put his head down, gets a couple of yards. Big pile up there by Dunellen, 10:35 in counting here.
And once again, Baker County, Mike, just taking their time. They're just running time off the clock. They know that if they score here, it puts a very difficult situation into Dunellen. So smart football on Baker County right here. They're taking the full 30-second clock to get a play in, and they get 3 or 4 yards of carry. That's all they need.
Page again to Green's left. Hodges, big blocking back, goes to the left. Snap. And Page goes to the left, but a good play by Dunellen as they stack it up
and for no gain.
Run around there, and they get back to the line of scrimmage. We got a late flag coming in.
I'm guessing a personal foul on Dunellen. That would be my take. Unsportsmanlike conduct.
And we'll see what the call is. They're just discussing it right between the teams here. And they're facing Dunellen.
Yep.
And it is Dunellen. So they move it down halfway to the goal. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 5. I'm sorry, 1st and goal then.
And I'm sure Price Harris will address this.
Third down. It's still third down.
Get the automatic.
This is their second unsportsmanlike tonight.
Third.
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 One, yeah.
Yep. So here we go with Page in the pistol formation now. Actually going to go I formation with number 14. That's where they bring in their big boys. Chase Reynolds under center. Snap. Hand. Page cuts back inside, spins, and hit right before he gets into the end zone and pushed backwards. Good play by the down defense.
Number 52 for Dunellen was right there. Just saw him coming through the hole and stood him right up and drove him backwards.
Chase Reynolds replaces John Green at quarterback.
This is where Baker County's been good, is on fourth downs tonight.
Yeah.
They've converted at least 2, if not 3, so far tonight.
4th and goal, I formation. To the left. Snap. Handoff. Dive play. That is number 4. Touchdown. Nick Lee. One. 8:59 left, and they go up by 6 more. It's going to be 42-26 with the point after looming.
Pretty well iced the game right there for Baker County over Dunellen tonight, don't you think, Mike?
I agree. 16 kicks it up and over, and it is good for one more point. 43-26 now. 8:59 left in the ball game. We'll see what Dunellen can come up with some things here, put on tape and try to work on.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough to kind of climb back in this one.
Now I think if you're Price Harris in this situation and you've got 9 minutes to go, I think you put in some kids to save the injury aspect for going into next week.
You just don't have that many. That's the problem. You don't have a whole lot of extra guys. That's part of the issue for Dunellen, is they've got a little bit, low on their usual numbers.
And then you look at a team like Baker County and they bring in 65 kids tonight.
But like we've talked about, that's what, if you're going to play big-time 5A football, and we see that around here, this is the kind of size team you're going to see win state title. It can't be a 5A team with 30 kids. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah. Now we've got ready for the kickoff. 2 players back forward, down deep at their own 5-yard line. Run up and a kick. High kick, and it looks like it's heading out of bounds, and it will go out of bounds. It's number 16. I keep on. It's Connor Butcher. It's the only one that I can see. 16 or 15, Savoy Jefferson, but I think it's Jackson Davis. 16. That's what it is. Jackson Davis is their kicker.
That was really his first bad kick tonight.
It was, really. Well, he had 2 extra points missed.
Yeah.
So Dunellen offense comes back out and see what they come up with. They got Tyree Frazier in the backfield. Edwards is nowhere in sight. Number 2 for Dunellen. That's James Morgan, senior, 6'1", 160 in, and number 10, Frazier on the far side. Twin receivers left and right. Lee looking, take his 2-step drop. Goes a deep ball, jumped up ball, and was almost caught in and out of the hands of Frazier.
That would have been a hard catch if he would have had it, though, Mike. He was being defended pretty good there, and it was just like a pinball machine.
So if you're just joining us, 42-26 is here as it just scored. Wildcat 43-26, I'm sorry. Twin receivers, both sides of the ball. Ball's in the middle of the field. Single setback behind Lee. Snap. Motion across. He's going to look. Pressure coming, and he overthrows everybody on. Again, a misread or a miscommunication on the wide receiver versus the quarterback. So third and 10. Coach Rogers is trying to say that there's nobody over there. Clock is stopped with the incompletion at 8:44. If you want to watch this game, the end of this game right now, or you want to watch it on Saturday, or at your leisure on Sunday, you can watch it on our YouTube channel.
You can watch this game instead of the Bucks.
Trip receivers on the far sideline. 3 steps up. Blitz coming. In his throat. It throws it up for grabs and broken up nicely by the Dunham players. There's double coverage through there. That was number 6. It's intended for. Decorian Patterson has been all over the field tonight. An incomplete pass and a 4th down as Goolsby goes back to punt. Clock stops at 8:36 with the incompletion.
Weeki looks like they're going to pick up a win tonight. They're ahead of Gulf 42-0. Kind of a turnaround season for the Hornets this year.
had a good season.
Got some clean white shirts coming in for the Wildcats now. Number 10 back deep to catch the punt. And I don't have him on our roster. Snap high. Wesley Goolsby, 6'5". Nice line drive kick. And all the way down 20-yard line. Got a couple players to make miss and then gets through 2 of them and takes it down to the 26-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Again, what I was saying is if you want to watch the video streaming or you want to watch it Saturday, it's CBS Sports Radio 104.3 on YouTube.
That Cocoa team that's been such a power in 4A that we're kind of penciling them in as a potential state championship team loses tonight to Rockledge in double overtime, 20-17.
Wow. And Dunellen was supposed to go, weren't they, during the hurricane?
Was hurricaned out. If they want to play him, they'll have to see him in Orlando.
Yes.
Valuable experience, though, with the team
I
to
think
be able to play
is,
somebody like this.
Yes, I think Dunellen's going to come away from this game with a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience, and some things they got to work on.
Page grabs the ball and hands off and takes it all the way down and gets almost to the 1st down marker, so a gain of about 8. Second.
I think they're going to come away with this, Mike, with a lot of Price Harrison and staff will probably go over the film tomorrow. And I think the biggest thing that they just need to take away from this is the attitude of the player. You cannot get the unsportsmanlike penalties, 3 of them, and expect to be competitive in a ball game, especially of this magnitude.
I'm just surprised that Page is still in the ball game, to be honest with you. Green is the quarterback, of course, but Page is the running back behind him in the pistol. Hand off to Page, and he goes left side, right side, and turns and twists. Gets the 1st down, and then all the way out to the 40-yard line before he's brought down to be 1st and 10. 7:39 left in the 4th quarter.
And they rest Page. They just put in the other back they got.
Haygood.
Haygood, and he's just as good, if not better.
Penalty on Baker County on that one.
Big one.
And move it all the way back to the 24-yard line. Be 2nd and 12. So they're going to go shotgun formation with Page to his left, to Green's left. Now he's going to switch to his right, and Hodges is going to come to the power side left. Handoff. Page, no, it's fake. Green, he's going to go right up the middle, cuts inside, and a good tackle down there.
I think Dunellen's defense in this second half, Mike, has just picked it up twofold. I think that they've came out, they've done a decent job. They didn't stop them when they needed to, but I think their defense is slowing down the run a little bit more than it did in the first half.
River Ridge, a final tonight over Sun Lake, 36-0. I think that, along with the Citrus loss, makes it very difficult for the Canes to get in. If nothing else, it certainly, I think, wraps up a playoff spot for River Ridge, as they win. I'm pretty sure that Clay and Menendez from the district up north of us will get in as well. Bellevue will be in, as well as Hernando will be in.
Now the question remains, will Nature Coast get in?
I think they had a big win over Springstead earlier this week. Springstead is a good point value team, so I think that's probably enough to get Nature Coast in as well.
First punt of the night for the Wildcats as Jackson Davis goes back into the punting formation. Decorian Patterson back deep for the Tigers, standing in his own 40-yard line. 5:57 and counting. A snap. Kick to the right side, a little low line drive, takes a Wildcat bounce. Tried to pick up right by Decorian, he picks it up right at 37-yard line.
Kind of a gamble there, but it saved them about 10 yards.
Yeah. Brings it back a couple of yards and brings up 10. First and 10 for the Tigers. Scores 43-26. And we're going to take a quick break here. Stand up as they take a water break. You're listening to Friday Night Football on CBS Sports 104.3.
Looking for a real truck? Then get over to Nick Nicholas Ford Lincoln. Drive the best-selling pickup truck in America 40 straight years. The Ford F-150 and the Super Duty F-250s and F-350s are the best-selling trucks in the USA. Get over to Nick Nicholas Ford Lincoln if you're looking for a real truck. Nick Nicholas Ford Lincoln, Highway 19 North, Crystal River, home of the best-selling trucks in America.
For the best in sports coverage in West Central Florida, we are WYKE FM, English Yankee Town, CBS Sports Radio, 104.3.
43-26 in the score here. Baker County leads the Dillon Tigers. Pass it. Oh, it is picked off. It's off the fingertips. No, they're saying it dropped to the ground.
Boy, that was
almost
close.
A catch.
Talking about the playoffs in 5A Region 2, we're watching this Baker County team with a win. They already know they're in, so is Zephyr Hills, so those don't matter. Hernando's going to be safe as the district champ out of the tiebreaker, as well as Bellevue. So those will be your top four. After that, you got Menendez, a winner tonight. River Ridge, a winner tonight. Nature Coast, a winner earlier this week. Clay, winning tonight, and Enclote winning tonight. All of those teams ahead of Citrus, who lost tonight.
Lee, shotgun, looking, got pressure coming, gets flushed out of the pocket, throws the out pattern to number 6, the Corey Passer. He comes down into the 42-yard line and then knocked out of bounds right there.
So Hernando safe with the home game coming up next Friday night. Nature Coast will for sure find themselves on the road next week. That, of course, is 5A Region 2. In 2A, Seven Rivers safely into the postseason. Congratulations to them in their first year in 2A football, but more than likely going to be a number 3 seed, which means they will be on the road in Gainesville next Friday night, as they will have to take on St. Francis Catholic in Gainesville, but a playoff spot nonetheless. And then, of course, for these Dunellen Tigers, the question will be, what does this do for them in terms of where they will sit in the 4A playoffs heading into tonight in 4A Region 2? As we said, Dunellen was the number 1 team ahead of Bradford by
fourth and 5 here.
Point.
Snap, Lee's going to roll to his left, looking, pressure coming, goes across the middle, and throws Goolsby, who is 6'5", so it's pretty tough to overthrow him.
Trenton with the win. They'll be the number 3 seed. The Villages and Mount Dora were the other two, really, and perhaps Keystone battling out for the last spot. So it'll be interesting. I'll try to find out real quickly what Bradford did tonight, if they had a chance to catch Dunellen. We'll see. Bradford a winner tonight over Middleburg, 41-24. What will that do for their points? I'm not sure. Going to have to check out where Middleburg was in the point standing. So that'll be interesting to see what that does to Dunellen moving forward.
That incompletion, it was a turnover on downs, and Bradford will take over at the Dunellen Tiger.
And as you said earlier,
line.
We got some new white jerseys out there for Baker County. They still have their quarterback in and their big blocking back, 71, which...
And he's going to go right to the other side. That's going to be the 20, 10, 15, all the way inside the 10-yard line. That's number 15 for Baker. So Boyd Jefferson just came in, first run of the night. Off tackle and gone for a long gain, almost 40 yards. 5:07 and counting here as the clock is winding down. 43-26 is the score here. Savoy Jefferson now is taking place of Page and Haygood. Tailback. Pistol formation behind Green. Snap. Handoff. Jefferson down to the 5-yard line. They're saying he was at. It's going to be 2nd and goal. We got a injured Baker County player. Take a quick timeout here as we got 4:32 left. 43-26 is your score here. We'll be right back on Friday Night Football, CBS Sports 104.3.
Every new Honda is priced to sell now during our model year-end sale at Love Honda.
Clearance pricing has been extended through the end of the month, and Love Honda is making it easier than ever to drive the new Honda you want today. 0 down and $199 a month puts you in a new 2017 Honda Accord LX sedan, plus free maintenance for 3 years. Your new Accord at Love Honda will cost you $3,000 less. Camry, unbeatable. 0 down, $199 a month, and free maintenance for 3 years with similar low monthly payments on every new Honda. The model year-end sale is the best time to buy at Love Honda. See all our specials at lovehonda.com. Then hurry in and save.
Go anywhere in the world first, but check with Chad last, and you'll save like nowhere in the world at Love Honda. On Highway 19 between Homosassa and Crystal River. Come and see what Love can do for you.
36 months, 12,000 miles per year. 0 due at signing plus tax on license and any dealer installed options. On approved credit, see dealer for details.
Brady's Crystal River, serving up a great time since 1985. Family want a pizza? House any large pizza up to 5 toppings for $9.99. An Ipswich clam strip basket with fries and slaw, $8.79. A half fried chicken, 2 sides, garlic bread for $11.79. Try Dan's made from scratch sides, potato salad, green beans, mashed potatoes with gravy. Beef O'Brady's is budget and family friendly. Beef O'Brady's, Gulf to Lake Highway at Highway 486 in the Publix Plaza.
And counting here in the ball game, 43-26, as Bradford is threatening to score one more time.
3rd down on the 5. 3rd and goal.
Savoy Jefferson is the going to go. Number 14, Chase Reynolds under center now. I formation. Snap, handoff, dive play. That's number 4, Nick Lee, who doesn't get very far. 4th down now from the 5-yard line still.
And I think Baker County's going to go for it. And if they don't get it, they've pinned Dunellam way back and
not worried about it.
Yeah, they're yards away.
I don't know what the average for the points scored against Baker County, but 26 points not too shabby.
They've only got up 15 points per game this year, so it's
a good play. Under center now. Toss sweeps the boy, but he is wrapped up for a loss behind the line of scrimmage. Flag. It's going to be holding on Baker County anyway, I believe, unless there's a face mask penalty on the tackle. Clock stops at 2:42. So hold against County.
A turnover on downs.
So it's one of the first ones. One of the ones they've had
the only one.
all year. The only one there this whole game. So Dunellam will take over at their own 6-yard. I'm sorry, where they're posting the ball at. Sorry,
they're going to put it on about the 10.
The 10. Now they're going to put it at the 6. It's going to be 1st and 10 with 2:42 left in the ball game. See if anything trickery comes out of here, and see if they can try to squeeze one out. We're going to have 2 receivers, both sides, and they're going to take the 3rd receiver and bring him out here. DeCorian Patterson, Goolsby on the near side. Ball's in the middle of the field, empty backfield for Lee. 2-step drop, looking, pressure coming, throws across the middle, caught, and a fumble. Ball's picked up by Nick Wright. Going to be down to the 20, 10, touchdown as he scooped and scored.
Just that quick.
Goolsby fumbles. And number 4, Nick Lee, the safety, takes it all the way in for an additional 6 points for Baker County. You really don't want to end the game kind of on that note. And that's 2 minutes and 30 seconds, so hopefully they can get something positive on the next possession with a kickoff coming. So right now, the score is 49-26 with the point after coming. Here we go, number 16, Jackson Davis. Getting ready for the extra point. Snap, low snap, place hold is good, kick is up and it is good. To make it 50-26.
But it's been a good game tonight, Mike. It really has. We've got to see Baker County, one of the top schools in 5A. I think they will go far in the playoffs. I think they're going to have home field advantage probably throughout. And we've seen a Dunellen team that at times look like a #1 team in their region as well. So, you know, I think Dunellen's going to come away from this with a lot of good out of it. And Price Harris has got his work cut out to take care of the flaws they had in this game that we've seen them make more turnovers tonight and mistakes than we've seen them make all year. So I think there's going to be good come out of both sides of it. And Price Harris surely can't be good with and happy with the defeat. But by the same token, as I've always said, to be good, you got to play good. And as we've seen Price Harris this year, he's really played nothing but top quality teams that he's went up against. So I think Dunellen will be ready for the playoffs. I think they'll go into next week and practice and knuckle down and get ready to go.
Yeah, I'm looking again on the sidelines, and the amount of beef that is on Baker County.
Oh, my goodness.
Is just absolutely stunning, to be honest with you. It looks like a college team.
Yeah, yeah.
Run up, kick, high, short kick, and a bounce at the 30, taken at the up back there at the 35, cuts back inside, down to the 40, and then he's taken down right there. I mean, you've got to look at, I'm looking at the line. Let's just go down the line here. 290, 280, 285, 290, 240. And these aren't 5'10", 240. These are 6'3", 6'4", 6'5" guys that are just humongous.
They're big.
And I mean, they're throwing some hay out there.
Oh, they are. I mean, this is a good ball club, and rightfully so. I mean, when you have 65 kids on the sideline, I think it says a lot for your program and the coach.
Yeah. So Lee's going to be back. And his empty backfield throws out to Frazier and a little bubble screen, and gets a couple, about 5 yards. Going to be 2nd and 5. Ball's at the 48-yard line. 2 minutes and counting as actually Dunellen tries to get another score just to see what they can come up with. Some nice clean jerseys for Dunellen in there too, on the line especially.
Yeah. But I think that's smart on Coach Harris's part too. Hold down the injuries.
Baker County's got some white jerseys on the defensive line too. As Lee drops back, he's got some pressure. He's going to run out of bounds, looks at and shows all the way down and just tipped out of bounds. That was coming right into the hands. But it was a good play by the defensive back. Minute. That's number 6 for Baker County. I don't have him on the roster, sorry. It's intended for number 3 for Dunellen. Frazier. So clock stops with the incompletion at 1:36. 50-26 is your score here. Baker County all still here.
Oh, yes.
The Dunellen side is empty.
yeah. No, I think Baker County takes their football pretty serious. The band hadn't quit playing since they got here.
Exactly, you're right. I mean, it's, you know, I was telling you a little bit before, it reminds me back in the day when the Citrus County and Hernando County teams, there's only a couple schools in the county, you know. Now we're going back, we're showing our age, but from that standpoint, you could see the crowds were always filled. They're filled there with people. They followed it. And Baker County, you see a lot of older gentlemen and ladies here that support the school.
Oh, yeah.
And that's probably where everything revolves around. So 1:14 left in the ball game. Denellen, with the learning experience, I believe it's going to do them well when they face somebody in the, in the playoffs. It's definitely going to give them some experience. Lee going to roll out, looking, goes a deep ball to the Connor pattern, and his triple team. That was number 6, Victoria and Patterson. And I don't think that, we said we didn't see some of the players that we normally see. Jay Swims, we're not sure. Braylon Edwards wasn't in there for a while. Goolsby's been in there, but he hasn't been targeted. He's out now.
And we don't know if these kids are out because of injuries or whatever might be the occasion. But I'm sure that even with them in there tonight, your outcome would have probably not been any different than what it is right now.
No.
This Baker County team is just a good all-around football team. I mean, they're well coached, they're well disciplined. It's a thing when you have timeouts. You've got the defensive line going to one coach, and then you've got the linebackers and the corners and safeties going to another coach. I mean, they got their act together. This is a very serious program.
And what I like is that, you got the defensive coach, you got some line coaches coming out there, and you got the head coaches going out and talking to specific players.
Oh, yeah.
So, that's a division of responsibility that's pretty good. So that means they've got enough coaching help, enough support to be able to handle the 65 players, too.
Yeah. And with this coach only being in his second year, he brought experience to the table when they hired him.
Yeah. Clock's under 1 minute now as Lee gets back, empty backfield, trip receivers to the near sideline. Drop, pressure coming. He gets rid of the ball, throws a deep ball to the far sideline and overthrows him. They had pressure, he had to get rid of the ball. Number 34 came off the end here. That's A.J. Shoemaker, who's on the blitz. Clock stops at 46.8 seconds with the incompletion.
We'll just see if Baker County just takes a knee, and they only got to snap the ball one time.
It's a turnover on downs, and they'll probably just take a knee and, like you said, and do what they need to do and get out of here. So as we get ready to look at the standings, I know Dean Blandino, he was over there perusing the
he's got it all figured out, I'm sure.
I'll tell you what I think it is, but I'm sure I'll be wrong come Sunday.
Well, just get the replay. You'll be all right.
Yeah.
46.8 seconds, and we're going to get into the victory formation.